Hello everyone! Van is here. Long time no see. Okay, let me get my screen. Hey guys! Fuck, I forgot to change the t-shirt. I have a Witcher t-shirt. But it's a show. It's a show one because it's white. I wanted to wear something white today. Hello, hello. Why so fast? Someone will ask. I want to do a bingo. I want to talk with you. There is a QA that Creative Assembly did. Maybe we'll have a time to show something for SFO that we were working for the last months. And yeah, we shall see. Let me just change my screen. On the wrong screen. Yeah. Hello, hello, Siemka. Yeah, it's early. I know it's early, but the showcase is when? The showcase is in less than an hour right now, and I assume the showcase will be like an hour. I don't expect it to be longer, so we shall see. Oh, have a soft showcase alongside whatever you throws at. Awesome. Yes, I can show some SFO stuff that is ready for the DLC. Patrons already saw many of those, but let's wait a minute and we will be doing a bingo today. We are using the best tool that humanity ever created, so MS Paint. I think 9 will be fine for the bingo. Nugen and there won't be a new engine. I'm quite sure. Do you play Blood Bowl? Never played Blood Bowl. Hello, fellas. I have seen many creators speculating on Medieval 3. Does it come so? I think this is because it's very requested game. It's just very requested. How many we are doing? We are doing 9 speculations or more. Let's think about that because, yeah, I want to make sure if we will be doing 9. Or more of it. I need to launch the audio from this also. And my screen now. Let's go screen, camera. Yeah, I'm here. I just want to say thank you for keeping SFO up to date. It's my number one stress relief in my life. And it's my number one stress cause in my life. Venice already knows what will be announced, but can tell us. This is speculation 1. I feel I wanna try 25. What? 25? What would you prefer more? Total Warhammer 30,000 or 40,000? They won't be doing 30,000 heresy. No, 40,000 is like a long time ago. They leaked some animations regarding horse fighting and was speculating it was a medieval style fight. That would be that is a possibility for sure. Okay, so I think the biggest bet that all of us will have is 40k. 40k is happening. That's the 40k will be the biggest showcase. Yes, so Warhammer 40k. This is the first one, and it's in the middle because it's the easiest. There will be Nagash. They just showed it. They just showed Nagash. If you didn't saw. Let's go to Twitch Total War. Let's go to the Twitter because it was on Total War somewhere. Total War. It was Nagash, and it's for sure it's Nagash. Yeah.
It's the end.
Yeah.
This isn't just another update. It's the end of the world.
End of the world.
This time, he's more determined than ever.
Only can be Nagash, and there was also very nice teaser here. Steve, tell something. This is Nagash. Like the green power is a Nagash thing. There are undead everywhere, so can be only Nagash. This also looks exactly as a throne where Nagash was resurrected in the end times, so I think, yeah. Star Wars, there was rumors about Star Wars, but some of them were debunked because People were saying that Games Workshop was unhappy about that because Games Workshop is having a big deal with Creative Assembly and Sega, and said that if you're doing science fiction, it has to be 40k or you're fucked. That were the rumors. So I don't expect Star Wars. Victoria, okay. Let's go back. So, Nagash. Let's go Nagash on top. Nagash. End Times DLC. So, Nagash and End Times DLC, will they be together or not? That's a question. End Times, Neferata teaser, Dogs of War. This is an interesting. I think we can put dogs here. There were leaks about Dogs of War, and they were in the files. I found those with Nathan, the Great Book of Grudges, and he made a video about that. And yes, the Dogs of War were actually in the files. Their 2 legendary lords were in the game files. We found them. So Dogs of War are very, very probable. Shogun 3. Neferata... There were names. There were names for them. There were Borg, the guy and the lady. I don't remember the names, but they were actually the Dogs of War were actually in the files. We have a Nagash. We have Total War 40,000. Borgio and Lucrezia. Yes, Borgio and Lucrezia. They were in the files. The records were Dogs of War, Nagash, Neferata. Neferata. Maybe let's add Neferata here. I think Neferata will be also at least teased because she was teased already. She was teased like several months ago. How to write Neferata. Okay. Indian Kuresh maps. I don't expect Indian Crush, being honest. I have two options. Or it will be End Time with Nagash, not a shit, with Chaos Warriors, Archeon Demon Mount, or it will be Mega Undeath DLC with both Vampires and Tombs. And what time they are gonna do the stream? In 15 minutes. So let's put End Times here. You know what? I wrote it wrong. And... times. Okay, we have End Times. We have Warhammer 40k. This is like a sure bet. What else do we have? Nagash, Neferata, Dogs of War, End Times, Total Warhammer 40,000, Medieval 3. This is, I think, Medieval 3 will be next historical game. I don't expect Age of Sigmar Nazik. I think no, I don't expect Age of Sigmar, being honest. We can put it here, but it's like a very low bet. Mid E Val 3. Yes, here we'll do break. Lord of the Rings, about the Tower Hyenas. That's a good one. Lord of the Rings. About the Lord of the Rings, that I think they won't be, because the license for Lord of the Rings is extremely expensive. This is one of the most expensive licenses in the gaming right now, especially if they want to have a license for both the books and the movies. You remember the show that is Rings of Power by Amazon? Even Amazon had problems with buying those rights. It's very hard to have rights both for the movies and the books and for the specific books. So I think they won't be going Lord of the Rings. Star Wars. There were rumors about Star Wars, but as I said, I heard that they were debunked because Games Workshop said, no, if you want Creative Assembly, if you want to do sci-fi, it needs to be 40k. We can put Star Wars somewhere. There's a big Star Wars game to be just announced. I doubt about Empire 2, but Victorian era. Victorian. Let's add Victorian. Victorian era. I think that would be interesting. The stream is just very elaborated setup of bankruptcy announcement. End times, yeah, End times we have it. Star Wars is the Star Wars a good bet? Tamurkan is a good bet. Balsa vs Venus Total War. It's a popular and known universe, but they can do Golorian Total War. It's from Pathfinder. There is some massive war in the whole planet. You know what, Nazik? Important thing is that I don't think that Total War in Creative Assembly wants to go with a cooperation on new IPs. They are working for the last 9 years with Games Workshop, and that will be it. I don't expect any other IPs. They will be announcing games. They will be original and or historical. Working on IPs with the different companies is hard. With Games Workshop also. All contacts that I had with Games Workshop were very good, but the Games Workshop is very protective. So many things that are done in the DLCs, even events, dilemmas, and so on in Total War Warhammer needs to go through Games Workshop. I don't think they want to try to have the same amount of work, extra work. World War One was cancelled. There was a very legit link about it, like 4 or 5 months ago. Even Belarium make the video about that the World War One was cancelled. Empire 2, I think yes. Empire 2 is more possible than World War One. Empire 2. Okay. We have the last one. Some of you are saying Star Wars, but Tamorkan, I think, is way more. Medieval 2 Remastered. Free Kingdoms 2. No. Age of Sigmar, no. They won't do Age of Sigmar. They think that they were going to expand Warhammer 3 map. There's a lot of map that isn't used in the Katan north of the Chaos Waste. Tank Wall would be nice. Yes, I agree. I think this announcement will have some sweet thing and some bitter things. And the bitter thing will be that they will say that the 2026 will be the last year of Warhammer 3. I think they will say that there will be like 2-3 more DLC in this year, and there will be a lot of DLCs, but that's it. Total War Warhammer 40k will be the game that will be released in 2027. That's my bet. But 2026 will be the last DLC, and there won't be more content. They said Boris in 2020. Yeah, Boris will stay. Midenheim safe. Total War Warhammer 4 would sphere map, not plain. I think this trilogy has such a technological and content depth to each other as a trilogy, so I don't think they will be going with anything like another game of Warhammer Fantasy. And just Medieval 2 Remastered. Medieval 2 Remastered. They didn't do any remaster just yet. Remaster. Let's just write remaster. You know what? That remaster or remake master. Let's make a remaster. Right, written like here. Rome Total War was remastered. Okay, the Rome was remastered. So yeah, well, let's make with remaster. Say with Victorian era, I think that's a possibility. Medieval 3, that would be amazing. Dogs of War, there were leaks about it, and there was stuff in the files. I saw them with my own eyes, so I believe in those. Warhammer 40,000, Empire 2 is less. End Times, of course. Nagash, Neferata, End Times will be for sure. Feral CA, they said don't get a master. Again, we shall see. Sphere map of this engine, they can't do 40k also. I can imagine sci-fi would run plans. Okay, so if there would be Warhammer 40k and it will be on this actual engine, it will work on some parts. Why? Because like Demons of Chaos units, you can take a lot of units from fantasy right now, from the trilogy, and it will be work. The problem appears when we are talking about the tanks, when we are talking about better collisions of units, when we are marching with the tanks and we charge them and so on. But overall, I think it could work in actual engine. There won't be a new engine. I don't believe it will be new engine. It's the same thing like we have in Bethesda games or any other companies. Making new engine is extremely hard to do. Also, remember that Creative Assembly had layoffs. Less than half of employees are now employed since the Hyenas fiasco, when Sega came and started to lay off people. Meaning that making a new engine with actual stuff that they have is problematic. A tactical map, so campaign map. Campaign map for 40,000. I have two theories. If there will be a Warhammer 40,000. First theory is that we will be getting planets. So one province is one planet, and this planet has regions, and you can move through them in a way that we have the lines right now. But you can encounter other armies through those, territories that you go from one planet to a planet. The second one would be that it's more like a continent planet. So one planet is just whole continent, and you can just jump through them, like, let's say, from Ultron right now to the Old World, there will be planets size that like. The last one, which would be the worst, in my opinion, to the Warhammer 40k, is just flat one planet and nothing else. That's the worst possible scenario. The first, I think, is more exciting, that one province is one planet, because it can gives you mechanical stuff, like the planet has resources that you can extend, that you can, destroy the planets using some super weapons, super abilities from factions, and so on. But yeah, that's my prediction, at least. 40k will be a single planet Gladius style in my bet. Then it's fucking terrible. Lasarico. Then it's terrible if it will be true. Yeah, they worked on the Halo Wars. I never played Halo Wars. I didn't play any Halo games ever, so... Westeros, Total War, or Game of Thrones. Again, I don't think there will be new IPs. I spoke about it. Working with an IP on a project or something like that is problematic. In my own gaming development experience right now for the last years, I know that working on other people IPs is very problematic. Cadia Total War, Endgame Crisis is a planet breaking. Awesome. It would be more awesome. If it's not some Galactic Sector B1 planet, then it's shit. And I'm afraid it will be just flat planet. I think it will be a region of space. Each city outpost will be a planet. Each planet can have multiple battle maps. If a province is a planet and regions are just, parts of the planet, like continents, I think it can work. Yeah, I think it can work. Yeah. You know what? Let's look on some SFO stuff as we are here, because the DLC is still not released, and I think the game will work. That we are doing so a small teaser for that. One planet alone won't allow them to add a lot of DLC status. We need to look on engine limitations, remember. 1 to 3 problems per planet, Sea of Stars, lots of Void Warfare, and I bet boarding, action, and Space Hulk maps. They would be smart to do Gothic sector. You know what? I don't think we'll have the space battles. We don't have the sea battles in fantasy, so I don't expect the space battles. It will be just a map, like right now it is, when you are counter on the sea. Maybe in 40k it will work more like how the Empire Total War map works. I never played Empire, so I cannot say. I'm scared about Total War 40k because the engine can handle modern shooter combat. That's also a big no-no for 40k, because actual gunpowder units in this game has a lot of problems. They insanely problematic right now. This is something for Chaos Dwarves, but I won't show anything in terms of SFO. So let's move to... Please don't look, because there are spoilers everywhere. Let's go here. Horus Heresy. It would be amazing to have a Horus Heresy, but remember that all the new minis that 40k wants to sell are in the 41st millennia. Why this is, I think, like a sure bet? Cathay and Kislev. Those factions were just released as a minis, and previously just Games Workshop wanted to sell them with the game. I think like this. Do you plan to add Chaos Knights to Boop Snakes to SFO? Chaos Knights. I don't like to talk about the DLC because I don't have it. I don't have the DLC. I don't like to talk about it. Can I show something for the Darkest? Volten Legendary Lord. So some cool things that we are getting with the additions of SFO with this update is the Dark Elves rework. I won't let like a rework call, but adjustments and so on. The biggest adjustment is technology tree. We have 2 new tabs right now, and the technology tree is not a giant bloat anymore, and you have specific stuff. First of all, you have groups of technologies that are for the specific units. Yes, like the barracks one, shades and cavalry. We have the executioners, monsters, nobles, or characters. And normally you can do everything you want, but to upgrade those, to be able to unlock those, you need to do slaves. You need to use your slaves and sacrifice them, and by those you're getting the army abilities that are allowed to contribute to murderous prowess. That was in SFO already. You're getting some additional effects for barracks chains, but if I will do this one, then all of those first ones will unlock. Well, if I do the second one, then the second one unlock, which is important. You can do all of those, and they are no order here. So if I do all of those, I can do the last one immediately, or that, or this one, or this one, or this one. There's no problem. As I said, the only requirement in this tech tree is using slaves. If you use slaves, then those nice technology tabs are fully unlocking with a lot of goodies. Where when it's going crazy is the rituals. In the rituals, we have a lot of things. First of all, we have a Malekith, that those are his unique technologies, and every legendary lord for Dark Elves have own tab like this with the technologies. They have some cool effects, like for example armor for all characters, sacking buildings, allegiance points increase, diplomacy with Dark Elves, and so on and so on. Other stuff that we have are the rituals, and the rituals are Hekartri, Atarti, Cain, and Matlan. So exactly the same ones as we have here. Sacrifice to Matlan, Cain, and so on. And they have different effects. Those sacrifices were totally reworked because all of them have a cool thing that is called dilemmas. And right now, when you do any ritual, you're getting a special dilemma, and the dilemma can extend the effects of this ritual. We can go with the Pain of Hekartri, so all spell are more stronger by 50%. We can go with the Fear of Hekartri. We are getting that miscasted lowers spells cooldown, but the slaves usage is bigger. The slaves balance was changed in SFO. Overall, you can spend some slaves to get a random item. We didn't get a lot of luck, or I don't want to risk it. We can just go Fear with Hekartri, but the more interesting one is Pain. We take the Pain one, and we just got a giant bonus, yeah? Our spells are 50% stronger. But you need to take a negative now. And for the next 10 turns, you will also have a negative with all of those. You see? And there are some crazy negatives. Like Winds of Magic powers are lowered, or cooldown increase for spells, or miscast increase, or no items dropping. And if I do it, then it's happening here on 10 turns also. One cool thing. If I change Legendary Lord, let's change him to 1000 mouse. Yeah, to this one. Are the new texts are like the old one? They are not repositioned. They were totally reworked. There are new groups, new effects. Everything is different. But if we change to, I think we are on Rakarth, and we go to his technology tree, in Drukias everything is the same. But if we go to rituals, Rakarth one is unique. He has a different one. And look here, he has hunters and Mathan. Hunters, because in here he has the hunters one, Convocation of Hunters. So based on what dilemmas your faction have, the rituals your faction have, the different technologies you have. And those technologies not only are for a specific stuff in the campaign, but also lowers the cooldown on those cool rituals that I just showed you, that each of them, each time you trigger them, will have a different dilemmas, different choices, different effects, and so on. So this is more, we wanted it to be like a bit roguelite. So each time you make a ritual for the Dark Elves, it's not just, okay, it's a ritual, I got the effect. No, you decide if you want to change it, if you want to bolster it, or make it stronger or weaker. More or less for the Dark Elves. To get more information, you need to be an SFO mod team patron. So, are you coming to tell us Dark Elves are fun again? I like Dark Elves. Dark Elves were one of the best factions. It took a lot of work to do the text for all of those. AI helped, I won't lie. Say stream zone, this was so fucking loud. What? Is it on? What? It's not on. Don't lie. It's like 30 minutes. Everyone's watching. When your DLC review? I don't have a DLC, Argyle, so I cannot give you a review. Probably in a week or two. On YouTube it's... There is a music here also. Where do we watch? On YouTube or on Twitch? Total War. Oh, it's here. Okay, that was loud. I really enjoyed Dark Elves in Warhammer 2, but they got the short sticky note. In Warhammer 3, they got it, Dark Elves, because they... let me just quit the Slack. They got it, Dark Elves, because they did... How it's called? They removed the slaves mechanics, and they just gave it to the Dark Elves, which was weird. It's 30 minutes, it's the timer. Okay, we will be watching on YouTube. It's the timer. Me. A timer for a timer, yeah. Okay, let's look on our bingo. The biggest expectation, of course, is 40k, but I don't think they will show anything beside how it's called, the CGI trailer. I think there will be just a CGI trailer for the Dark Elves. For the Dark Elves. Warhammer 40k. Let's change to red. Shoop. Yeah. They love to torment us. I think they do. They actually do. We're now sitting and looking at it. I really expect a lot from it. I expect a lot. Because Creative Assembly needs it. They had terrible 3 years. Really. Immortal Empire, so Warriors of Chaos rework. That was a good point in the history of Total War. Then we had the Thrones of Decay, very good. And then, sadly, all the rest were rather failures for the last 3 years. How it's going with the Whispers of the Isles? It's going very well. We are preparing for 1.0 launch. That will be next year, early next year, but I cannot tell more. But there will be really something to look for it, because we did a lot of great changes with Whispers of the Isles, and the campaign will be massive. The campaign would be massive, and the amount of outcomes, the ways how you can finish the campaign in story-wise is insane. How much we went too crazy in some regards. Like each district for example, because there are like 3 different districts that you will be conquering in the end game, each district has 6 different variants, and based on the variant that you conquer, the way that you conquer, the different districts will also have variants to them. So it's like insane. Darkest looks very nice. I must say, excited to them as much as Tides of Torment. Thank you. We also have other factions that are getting some buffs, changes with SFO, but I don't want to talk about them. Again, SFO mod patrons can see them. Would the unique dilemma for Moratti get a rework or adjustment in the next pass? I think especially those unique passives shouldn't be back to affect only Slanesh-related units. Yes, we will be changing how Moratti is working with SFO because she's getting a lot of Slanesh stuff. So Moratti is getting new stuff for sure. Sounds cool. Opportunity to play it a bit, but would like to wait 1.1 for full experience. Yeah, Argylak, I totally understand. That's how I do it. Early access games. Speaking about the early access game, I highly recommend you to check the game that is called Moonlighter. Moonlighter is a very nice game. I need to change the language. I always forgot to change the language. Where do I change the language? Well, wait a moment. Where do I change the language for Steam? Settings, cloud, remote, application. I'm too stupid today. I'm total war stupid. Someone knows? But it's setting on the left. On the left? On the left? No. You can roll back? No. Where is on the left? Interface. Okay, it's okay. I'm stupid. Thank you. English. Reset now. Did it reset? Yes, it did. Okay, let's get back. So the game that I really recommend highly is the game called Moonlighter. Moonlighter is a game, if you don't know, it's about doing going to the adventure during the day to the dungeons, finding items, and then you get back to your shop and you sell those things. You're a shopkeeper in a fantasy world. The first game I really like, especially with my wife. We played it together on Switch, and now the game is in early access, and it's very positive on Steam. I highly recommend to check it out. Because, again, Moonlighter, very good game. Polish game, Poland, strong. And the game that I'm in love recently, thanks to Deep Silver, this is not a sponsored stream, but I'm sponsored by them, by the way, is Kingdom Come Deliverance. This game is blowing my mind. I never played Kingdom Come Deliverance. I started on playing the first game. It took me 46 hours to finish it. I did like 90% of the content because I wanted to go to the second game as soon as possible. First game was amazing. I think that was the best RPG I played since Witcher 3 in terms of like the world and everything. And the second game just beats everything. If you ask about my game of the year, Kingdom Come is my game of the year. Expedition doesn't even have anything to talk. Expedition is weak game if you compare it to Kingdom Come 2. What this game is doing in terms of immersion, amount of stuff that you can do in a quest, how you do that in the quest, how you can live in this world that is alive, is amazing. Game of the year of 2025, quite hungry, yeah. KCT2 is mess a lot with closed churches. Mess with a lot with what? I didn't understand that sentence. Is mess a lot with closed churches. I'm on the first map in KC2, and there are no churches there. I wish they didn't make the longsword so OP. So I'm still on the first map. I'm slowly like cleaning it, and I found out that the short sword is the best with the shield so far. Maybe because I didn't find any good longsword, but my short sword on the Henry level of craftsman, because I crafted myself, is having bigger damage than my longsword that I crafted myself. So no other Henry into SFO. Henry, our hero Henry. I had the quest for that. God damn it, this game is amazing. I will be making a video next week about that, why I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a better game of the year than the game of the year than Expedition that I played. I finished whole Expedition, and I don't have this game in high regard. Expedition. KC2 in Czech voice feels so good also. I would love it to be in Polish, you know, because everything is, it's in the same time as Poland was and the same development, so that it would feel more Polish for me. Bold worlds. I think Expedition is overhyped. I think Expedition, the problem with Expedition was that people believe that it was done by 30 people. No, it was done by over 400. And I'm not counting translations, music, and so on. Over 400 developers did it. One of the richest people in France are in the board of this company. The budget of Expedition is not public because it doesn't need to be. This is a different company type. Is estimated from 25 to 50 million euro. It's insane amount of money. And frankly, I hated combat in Expedition. I think combat in Expedition was really bad. I hated it. And it was way too much of it. If there would be like a half less combat, I think Expedition would be a better game. Hi, Mr. Valenstein. Thanks you for all the work your team puts into this. No problem. You're welcome. But in Act 2, you will have Polish character who speaks Polish regardless of language settings. Yeah, I heard about that, so I'm hype about that. I would love another young Smith, but in Warhammer, please say give us Volten. In KDC, there are at least 3 churches, in 1 monastery, and a bit chapels, and all can be visited. Have interest in their second game, lost it completely. Shame. It's a shame. Wasn't there a DLC, Mysteria, that is in a church, in a monastery? I think it is. The last DLC is in the church for Kingdom Come. So I think, yeah, this is fine. Oh, this is such a nice screenshot. God damn it. The last DLC was in a monastery, in a church, in Kingdom Come 2. So yeah, I think that's fine. I looked at the running animation in the start and left it there for Expedition 33. You know, Expedition has a lot of love, has a very good mature story. It wasn't the best. It didn't blow my mind or anything, but I liked it. But I think there are just better things. Kingdom Come and what it's doing is just better. I'm Ukrainian and heard Czech and then Polish, so fun. And also 3 Kumans with their language and Germans. Yeah, the Kumans quest when they are talking with the language. Overall, in any media, I love when characters are speaking the language. Even if I don't understand it, I like hearing the language. You will like him. Yeah, I hope I will. I didn't play it, how it's called, the Sync Song, but my friend did that. I really respect his word. And he said that the game is amazing, Silk Song, but I was never good at Metroidvania, so I even didn't try it. Death Stranding, I hate those games. They are unplayable. Sorry, but every Kojima game in my life I tried, then I was really thinking that what I'm doing with my life after a few hours. So I was like, what the fuck I'm doing here? The cutscenes, the cringe in those games, like, just no. What other games are nominated for the Game of the Year? I played only a bit of KDC1, but it always seemed like a generic single player RPG. But doubt much has changed in the second game. No, you're really no. So the jump between first Kingdom Come and the second, I would say, is like between Witcher 1 and Witcher 3. This is the quality big jump. There is an entirely different system of character creating, the animations, how you do to the quest. The jump between first KDC and the second KDC is like between first Witcher and Witcher 2. Witcher 3, sorry. Hades 2. God damn it. I love Hades. Hades was amazing. The first game, Hades, I think this is one of the games that had the biggest impact on me. Why I want to make my own games. My own game. Hades 1 was amazing. I finished this game 3 times. Fully. 3 times I finished it. Hades 2, I sadly don't have time to play the second game, but I will. Donkey Kong, please no. Death Stranding, Expedition, okay. So from those titles, I know that sadly Expedition will win because people are just overhyped about it, but I think what Kingdom Come is doing, how it is doing, how amazing the progress of this character is, and Kingdom Come is an RPG. Expedition is not an RPG. This is an action. Expedition is an action game. It's not an RPG. There are no RPG elements. If you tell me that the combat and character, how you do it in Expedition really matters. No, it fucking didn't matters. You just need to, evade properly and you will win against anyone. And there are no, besides the ending, there are no story RPG decisions in Expedition at all. In this game, the decisions are in every fucking quest. Of Ashes and Steel is a nice from latest through this, if you like Gothic titles. Of course I like Gothic. From Ashes, I heard about it. I heard about it. I think from Ashes, yeah, how you call it? Of the Ashes. Of Ash and Steel. I got proposition to make a video about it, but I refused it because I said that I have just too much work right now to do, because the modding will be, I have a family, I'm working on Whispers, I have some things that I'm doing for the Deep Silver, so KDC video and other video that will be also released soon, but I cannot talk about it. Yeah, I saw this game on my list. My dream will be Warcraft Total War, which faction evolution mechanics, high elf, blood elves would be amazing. But again, I don't think we will get a new IP. The new IP will be 40k, and Creative Assembly want to work on a different IP, and none of the companies ever gaming want to work on not your IP. But you can romance in Expedition 33. You only have 2 choices. Wow, the romance in Expedition. Wow, that was such a lame romance, by the way. I think that the Expedition also for me had amazing beginning. The beginning of Expedition, the prologue was jaw-dropping. Then the first act, jaw-dropping. And the second act never gets there. Even the big reveal, I don't know, but the big reveal in Expedition, I think the pacing of it was very odd. And I was like, that's it? That's what everything means? With the paintress and so on. It was like, okay. I don't know. It didn't hook me. Yeah, the romance in Expedition 3 was just horrible. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think that the romance was needed there at all. The whole situation was... I refused the romance in the Expedition, by the way. And because the lady that was tossing cards, I don't remember the name, wanted the romance with me. I said like, no. There's no place for romance in this game. The stakes are too high. Let's just not do it, okay? We don't need that. Move from Act 2 to Act 3 in was like we moving from mysterious adventure to God's War and daddy issues. Yeah, Nazik, I agree with that. I think the reveal had a wrong pace in Expedition. I will make a video about it. Because I want to really praise people to Kingdom Come, not only because I got it for free and semi-sponsored by Deep Silver, but this is the game I never played. I started to play Kingdom Come, and I think Kingdom Come, the first game and the second game, are the best RPG games I played since Witcher 3 for the last 10 years. Those games are freaking amazing. I cannot fucking sleep. I'm thinking about Kingdom Come. Act 3 was a mistake. Story was not about that at all. I think the story of Expedition on paper is very good, but it had really pacing problems. Because there was too much combat. For example, I think in Expedition there was too much combat and too little moments that you can breathe, you can have a conversation about what is happening. And we didn't have that many things in Expedition. There was section where you had 10, 50, fucking 20 combats, like the one against you were against this big boss that had different moods, masks. God damn it, I was flipping in this combat. And by the way, I didn't like the combat. I played to the medium difficulty until Act 2, I think, and then I changed it to easy, and still I struggle with it. Of course, not all games need to have accessibility options. I like Dark Souls games. I finished all Dark Souls games without problems, bigger problems to call it, but I think such a rich story game should have more accessibility options. Best example of very good accessibility options is this year's Doom the Dark Ages. I am colorblind, and I was able to change the colors of a specific projectiles in the game, and I finished it on the highest difficulty because of that. Because that small accessibility thing helped me. What did Malus get? Malus is not getting any mechanical stuff. Malus is getting the technologies. Because like there are no unique technologies per se like there was for Malus, they were just merged into him. Malus got some small buffs for his industry buildings, but I don't want to spoil much. It's a faux mod team Patreon, you can check it out and things can work there. By the way, this the Nightbot working. Nightbot is not working, so I need to post it. Remember, every donation, things like that, are helping us to actually do this mod. Patreon. Where's my fucking Patreon? Does Malus still have his cavalry bonuses in rework? Yes, of course he does. Of course he does. So yeah, Expedition is a tough topic. Do you hear the music, by the way? Do you play Indiana Jones? No, I did not. I watched streamers playing it, and I think it was amazing. No sound, no. What no sound? It's showing that I'm having a sound, but it's like a very ambient sound. You saw? When they will start, we will know. Give him the stacking flag and his cold ones. He has some cool stuff for Malus. Trust me. How actual colorblind settings works? It's like some color filters have more complex algorithm in games. No, you can change the colors to the specific ones, because I'm on the third stage of color blindness, so I have problems with red colors. For example, if you have red color next to the green, I won't see it. It's like blends together for me. Witcher 3 had the options for it. You remember the Witcher senses? There was like a red fog or the red footprints, and then you could change it to colorblind that it's like a bright blue, and then I would see it. So yeah, that's are the colorblindness stuff that help for me. A good example is also a Three Kingdoms game. UI there really was problematic for me. Many things blend there together, and I didn't saw many elements of UI, and the game was just unpleasant to play for me, let's call it. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute. I will just go, maybe popcorn? Oh, no, okay, I will stay. Popcorn is bad. I was thinking about getting popcorn. But it's like 7 minutes. And you should, you know what, I will launch any YouTube video. Tell me, can you hear it? Cody! It's Cody is doing showcase also. Oh my, he's doing with the guys. No, I want to be with the guys also. Can you hear Rax? Tell me, please. Can you hear Rax speaking? Rax, say something. No? The fuck? Active. No? Do you hear now? You should hear the ambient and Rax. No. God damn it! That's bad. Why no one told me? Got it. We don't have much time. No sound from the video, just you speaking. When you streamed Warhammer 3 Dark Elves, I didn't hear anything. Shit. Our audio. But I'm streaming audio. What the fuck? Let's make it like that. Okay, now that will be. Can you hear the ambient? Legend is here.
Legend of Total War here, and today we're going to be talking about the units that you should never recruit in your campaigns in Total War Warhammer 2.
Good. Yes, okay, you can hear it. Then I need to lower it a bit. Let's lower it by like 10. You can hear it now, normally. Dearest friends. Yes! Do you hear the voices too? When monitoring sound. What the fuck? Why this one was not working? Bam bam bam. Bam bam bam. What about now? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Or you do not? Do you hear the voices? Because it's like 4 fucking minutes. Yes. Okay. Good. Sorry for this. This is our bingo. That's why you have it somewhere. I'm so excited right now. Playing Total War since Rome Total War 1, and it's one of my best series in life, despite its being flaws. You know what? I came with Warhammer. I didn't came sooner, so I sadly have no, do not have this sentiment of yours. No, they are remasters. There are remasters on the list. You see? Remaster, Nagash, Neferata, Victorian Era, Total Warhammer 40k, End Times, Dogs of War, Medieval 3 and Empire 2. I hope you can hear the voices. No phone version on the bingo card. Phone version? What the fuck is phone version of bingo? I'm a very phone-less person. I don't like phones. I have a computer. I'm working on a computer almost 12 hours every day, and I don't want to have a computer in my pocket. I know it's weird, but I don't like it. When I go out of the work, I spend time with my kids and family. I don't want to, work. Something pinging Discord or Steam saying me, no, you need to know. Someone's writing to you. No, fuck it. I don't want to. I hope the announcement won't be disappointment. Me too. Me too. Oh, fuck, I drink too much water. Just squeeze your bingo on the side and this will be a phone version. I don't want to, when something happens, I will just say, okay, this is moment, something happens. This is a phone version. Incorrect Nippon in bingo. I'm quite sure there won't be any incorrect Nippon. As I said, Remaster, Nagash, Neferata, Victorian Era, 40k, End Times, Dogs of War, Medieval 3, Empire 2. Total War tablet. Tablet version. No, I don't think there will be tablet version. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute! I cannot wait! Why the sound was not working? I still don't understand this. Warhammer Total War when remaster. That would be stupid. Slightly better textures, new price. Wow! 40k. 40k. If there will be a 40k, there will be Space Marines, there will be Chaos Space Marines, and Orcs. And Imperial Guard. So 4 factions. I'm betting there will be 4 factions. Orcs, Imperial Guard, Space Marines, and Chaos Space Marines. Prediction. CEO is going to announce that they're going to use AI during development. Tell me if it's not too loud. Music is not too loud. Backfix pack 1999. Eldar won't be on the release. Orcs because it's too easy to do. Shut up! It's coming. Music gives me slight Empire 2 vibes. No, it's 40k vibes. Try there.
Okay. Set and action.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Total War Anniversary Showcase.
Hello. Too loud? I lowered it a bit. Should be fine. I lowered it a bit. Let's go!
I'm Steve Coleman,
Hello,
Senior
Steve.
Community Manager across the Total War franchise. On behalf of everyone at Creative Assembly, we're thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate one truly monumental milestone, the 25th anniversary of this iconic strategy franchise. Throughout this year, we've been celebrating the legacy of Total War by shining a spotlight on each of the games that we've released since the year 2000. But today, we look forward to the future and the exciting next generation for the franchise. This showcase is your front row seat to everything we've been eagerly building behind the scenes.
We are in front.
Across fantasy and historical Total War, we're working on a range of projects that span different eras,
Sadikos,
styles, and
that's
stages
terrible
of
to say.
development. And now, we finally get to share them with you. Whether it's long-awaited updates, bold
40K.
new ideas, or glimpses into the future of Total War,
40k.
there's something here for every kind of strategist.
Total War
Without
Caveman.
further ado, let's jump into things with a quick message
Total War
from
Primal.
a true veteran of the studio. Someone who's had a part to play in almost every Total War game.
Who is it? Kevin
Thanks,
McDowell.
Steve.
I first walked through the doors of Creative Assembly in November 1999, hoping to land my next role in game development. Little did I know.
Oh my God,
that
someone
during
said
my
it's
interview,
too
I would be
quiet.
shown an early glimpse
No?
of Shogun Total War. Over 25 years later, you've conquered history's most pivotal eras, witnessing the fall of Rome, surviving the turbulence of the Middle Ages, and establishing empires
How's
at
the
the
volume
dawn
now?
of the modern world. You've also
increase
crossed
it, but it's
dimensions
fine.
to one of fantasy's most
Okay,
iconic
okay.
settings, conquering the vast Warhammer world with legendary warriors and
Volume good.
conflicts that defy reality.
My favorite
Thanks to
trailer.
your support, we
Warden
get to
and the Punch.
continue pushing the boundaries of what Total War is capable of. So whether you're a fan of our history
If
or
the
fantasy
legend was
titles,
here,
throughout
yeah,
it
that
all,
would be a joke.
our aim is and has forever remained the same. Ensuring
I
everyone
hope that
playing
sea is
our
not
games
dying
is
anymore.
excited
You know,
to take
I know
one
there's a
more
lot of
turn.
negativity, guys, but let's be positive. This is a celebration
Now,
of a series
what
that we
better
like.
place to begin the celebrations than with an early look at what's to come in Total War Warhammer.
Okay, we're starting with 3. Nagash.
This isn't just another update.
Nagash.
It's the end of the world.
He's back. And this time, he's more determined than ever.
Growing up, Warhammer was easily one of my favourite pastimes. I fondly remember buying countless copies of White Dwarf, reading the battle reports within, and dreaming of what I might buy from the mailer at the back of each magazine. Like me, many of my teammates at Creative Assembly share the same deep love for Warhammer
Fucked
and the
up.
hobby that surrounds it.
Fucked up.
And nearly 10 years into developing content for this incredible series, the excitement is as strong as ever. Each new character, faction or creature we work on brings fresh energy to the team. The diversity of the lore ensures that every faction is distinct in its design, filled with rich stories and larger-than-life personalities. It's that variety and depth that keeps the project exciting for us, and it continues to be an amazing world to
They
help
made a
bring
great
to
comeback
life.
with Warhammer.
When we
Where's the
first set
comeback?
out to develop
I
this
didn't know
series,
they
our
made a
aim was to
comeback.
do something that no other Warhammer game had done before. To create
Or
a
with a Warhammer
definitive
3
strategy
or
game
a whole
experience
series, I think.
that spanned the four corners of this amazing fantasy world, with the aim of including as much of Games Workshop's
Yeah, some
iconic lore,
cinematics are great to
characters,
this day.
creatures, and key events as possible.
After Rome 2, yeah. It's
It's certainly been a journey
Warhammer
of a
was
lifetime for
a
us,
comeback for the
one that
series,
we've
for
loved
sure.
sharing with you and hearing your experiences of forging empires, felling enemies, and venturing to the darkest
End
corners
times.
of the Warhammer world. But we aren't ready for it to end just yet. Next year, we need you to join the forces of Order, Chaos, or the Undead for a war that will determine the fate of this world.
Chaos and Death. Nagash. Nagash, guys. We're having it. Nagash. It's Nagash.
The great work
Nagash.
rise, my mortals. You will come to me and submit. Come to me and witness my ascension.
Neferata.
The world is ending, and I shall reign over oblivion.
This mount. Tabletop. It's looking fucking amazing. Tabletop. Etc. Don't.
Citra does not serve. Citra rules. So be it. I am death incarnate.
Oh. He killed Cetra. Just like that. Nagash. Yeah, end times. Lord of the End Times. End times, and it's end times. Okay. Nagash. Oh, sorry. Cetra is not dead.
That's right. Nagash has arisen,
Neferata.
and he's bringing the apocalypse with him.
End times.
He and his undead legions are finally invading Total War Warhammer in summer 2026.
Yeah,
with
I know
lords
the
of
gods,
the End Times pack.
the Cetra
And he's
Ditan
not
lore.
coming alone either. 3 other iconic legendary lords from the End Times will be joining the fight, along with terrifying new units, devastating mechanics, and lore-inspired objectives. And yes, we've got a brand new free legendary lord for everyone to enjoy. For those who don't know, the End Times is basically the Warhammer Apocalypse, and it's the ultimate battle between the forces of
Neferata,
good and evil.
Nagash, and who was the third
During
one?
this event, Archaon the Ever-Chosen leads the forces of Chaos in a final assault to destroy the world. But as the forces of destruction rise, legendary heroes and factions from across the world form uneasy alliances to resist annihilation.
So there will be like a campaign scenario.
And as we announced earlier
Everyone
this
against
year,
everyone?
Warhammer 1 and 2 owners can also join in on the action, as Immortal Empires is now accessible to all players who own one of the games from the trilogy. We're incredibly excited for our players to experience this content as we celebrate an amazing 10 years of working on this game. Whether you're a veteran or returning after time away, there's never been a better moment to dive in. This isn't just another update, it's the end of the world.
When? When?
Nagash isn't just a villain, he is the king of the undead. This is the ancient evil who turned Nehekara into a lifeless desert to claim dominion over the dead. His first attempt to extend that desert to the entire
Is
world
it summer?
failed. But
Summer?
he's back. And this time, he's more
So
determined
around 6
than
months, summer
ever.
2026. That's a
To
good
bring
date.
that presence to life,
It's not
we
like that he
focused on
hired
making
Walter
him feel
White.
truly
That's the
imposing.
DLC.
As the greatest of all
Aborash,
necromancers and
Aborash, yeah,
wizards,
the guy with
he's
the
a
goblet,
figure
the
above
vampire, it was
politics
Aborash.
and mortal concerns. He does not need to motivate anyone. He simply
At least mothers
states
are ready.
what will
At least
happen.
seems-
His goal from the beginning is clear: to turn the world into a land of the dead. His undead corruption spreads relentlessly as he claims lost power, seizing the Black Pyramid, gathering his scattered books,
Will be no
and
ways
raising
to spread
armies
corruption
that stir
for vampires.
simply from his presence.
Are this Sofia
And he
people? I
doesn't
don't
come
know.
alone. Nagash can summon his Mortarks by luring them from other factions. Archon the Black, for example, who abandons his Tomb King Thais to ride a Dread Abyssal and
Dread
flood the
Abyssal.
world in deadly witchlight. Nagash's arrival brings not
Dread
only
Abyssal.
doom,
That's
but a
the
unique
coolest
undead
mod for
roster
undead
that
ever
draws from
made.
both the Vampire Counts and Tomb Kings, uniting ancient death and vampiric horror under one
Like the
banner.
mod become DLC.
From
There's a
the
great mod,
crypts and
Nagash.
catacombs
Nagash mod.
rise ancient figures like Warlock Harkon, the ruthless Blood Knight
It's
whose
Harkon.
blade has tasted the blood of kings.
Very nice
He is
animation.
joined by Tomb Heralds, the internal guardians of Nehekaran royalty, and the towering Morghast Archive,
Again, those are the things from
created
the
by
mods.
Nagash's own hand to hunt the souls of the Defiant.
Yeah, those things are
And
in the
then
mod.
there is the Kemric Titan, a colossal woe construct
Also, this is in the
that
mod. This is
stomps
in the
and
Tomb Kings
flies across the
expanded.
battlefield like a walking
But
apocalypse.
it looks good.
With all this in
paper, at
mind, Nagash's goal remains unchanged. He seeks to reclaim enough power to choke the life from the world itself, binding all undead to his will in
Choking.
a single
So Nagash is into
world-ending
choking,
ritual,
someone
as
asks.
is his grand design.
This bug's so big.
Bringing the end times to
Hello,
Total
Red
War
Lady.
Warhammer meant more than adding new content. It meant reshaping the very fabric of the campaign map to reflect the devastation unleashed by a host of apocalyptic events. Depending on their choices, players will witness a Warhammer world transformed. Lush meadows now drawn in molten rivers from volcanic eruptions. Earthquakes split the land into colossal
I
fissures,
think this will be just a
rendering
scennario.
cities into ruins
It
beyond
won't be
repair.
Mortal Empires, it will be a
Craters
new map
from
scenario.
warp-filled meteors scar the
everything will be
terrain,
changed there.
and entire continents may be left barren. The campaign map has never felt so apocalyptic and alive,
Yeah,
and we're
it's
thrilled
Immortal-
for
this is a new
players to
map.
shape their own vision of
It
it.
won't change
Of course,
during your game.
such
In Immortal, it's a
devastation
new map.
means new battlefields. Our team has crafted epic new maps to reflect the chaos.
New scenario again.
Players
New scenario
can
gotta be
expect
good.
battles fought within the sunken ground of an
More
earthquake
dynamic
fissure,
map changes,
with
let's
lava
go.
pouring
Yeah.
from all sides, fighting at the very
But it's,
edge of an
you start
erupting
with this map,
volcano,
I think. It won't
or
change
in giant
in-game.
craters created from warpstone meteor
It won't be
showers.
Immortal Empires
It's nothing
integrated.
short of
I don't
the
think they have the
monumental
technology to do
destruction
that.
only the end times could bring.
that the map
We've
changes
really
during
tried to make
playthrough.
these key moments in the lore as immersive to play through
You
as
just
possible.
pick. Do you want the end times
One of the
or
most
not?
haunting
And the
new
map
settlement
changes.
locations is Nagashazar, the dread fortress of Nagash himself. With its towering necromantic architecture,
in game,
glowing
not the
skulls,
art.
and eerie green witchlight, it's a place where death reigns eternal. The environment team have poured their passion
3
into
Bulgarian
crafting a
people
map
now.
that feels
Is Sofia
otherworldly.
developing that
So let's
DLC?
take a brief look at it in
Yeah,
action.
if they are Bulgarian, then yes.
This world dies.
Okay, what is happening? So this is the map showcase. How the map will be different in this mode.
Chaos claim it.
Really reminds me Cataclysm of World of Warcraft cinematic. So the map actually looks different. There should be a moon in Lustria. It's not the mobile game, this is the map change.
To bleed it.
Budget Cataclysm cinematic. Yeah. We have Cataclysm at home. I like this idea, you know? It's always good to have a twist. So far, this End Times DLC looks very good.
This world dies.
But I think it will be just a thing. You can just change it to be End Times. Or you play normal Immortal Empire.
My domain.
Is that real change to map or only reskin? It seems that it's only reskin that you can enable. Because I didn't show that the roads changes. No,
Hello
roads
there.
were all in the
I'm
same
Lore
place.
Master of Sotek. You may be familiar with me from
Okay.
a Twitch and
I'm not
YouTube
gonna
channel and
comment
other
why
stuff
this
where
guy's
I
here.
talk about and focus on Warhammer Fantasy lore and literature, amidst some other things. And today I'm going to be serving you as the Herald of the End Times. But I'm not alone, because I'm joined by Rich, Victor, and Todor, who you are likely familiar with at this
I
point.
have
And today
zero
we're going to be
respect to
chatting
this guy,
about
but I
the
will talk more.
Lords of the End Times. So, to start us off, is this really the end for Total War Warhammer? Like, is this the final thing, which a lot of people have feared is going to be the case?
No, absolutely not. This is just a moment in the Warhammer lifetime, and there's going to be more content still to come after this, I'm pleased to say.
Excellent. That is what I very much like to hear. So, getting into the actual content itself, what is the End Times going to be bringing to the game that's going to change our experiences
remember
for
the
people that
drama
are familiar with Immortal
That was
Empires and have
recently about the
played
bugs. There was one
hundreds of
person on YouTube
campaigns?
that was defending
What is
Creative
the
Assembly
End
then.
Times specifically going to be doing to shake up the experience?
So
I think you can
first
figure
of
it
all,
out who
we're
was
bringing
defending
a set of
CA back then.
characters. One of them we'll
Like a
discuss
lion.
a bit later here.
Like a skin.
And there is another significant update that comes to the Immortal Empires that aims to bring the End Times to your campaign while respecting the rules of the sandbox. So what we want to try and achieve is make the later stages of your campaign more interesting, like keep the choices impactful, keep the stakes high, and we're doing that by introducing end time scenarios, which you might think are a bit like the current existing crisis, but they're different from them in
this is like a end time
various
scenario.
ways. Like, for example, an end time scenario comes in phases. So there will be a build-up, there will be phases of actions, and at the end there is a culmination battle. Well, the entire scenario is resolved, and you might be able to overcome the challenge, the end times. You might be able to survive, or you might fail, and you might have to live with the consequences, or not live at all. An example of such a end time scenario is related to the most powerful necromancer in the world, who at some point might
Sounds great on paper.
suddenly decide that
I would like
he
to have
wants
that not
to
only armies
exert
attack
his
you,
will
but
over
actually
everything that has
your
died.
settlements,
But to do
random
that,
settlements got
he needs
raised.
to
You know,
make
they
everyone
explode
dead.
because the lava
So
goes there.
This is something that you
Something
need
like that.
to face and overcome.
Because right now the
in
endgame
addition to that,
scenarios
there
are
are some
boring as hell
significant
because
changes
they are just
while
armies
the end-time
that
scenario
appear.
takes place
It
to
should be more
the
mechanical
visuals
stuff.
of the campaign and in battle, and also to the audio. So you will have all this different atmosphere related
Or you cannot
to
replenish.
Nagash, or
There's no
perhaps
replenishment at
Archeon.
all in game. It kills all your
Speaking of that
replenishment.
particular big man himself, while today we are going to be celebrating quite a bit and giving the great necromancer his due, as he always deserves, ultimately, he's kind of interrupting someone else's party, which is the one that kicks off the end times and ends up ending it. Archaon himself, is there going to be anything new, anything exciting that fans of Archaon can be looking forward to with the
three-headed
end times?
dragon.
I must admit, while I admire Nagash, Archaon is truly the closest one to
Yeah,
my heart, and I love
it's the guy.
playing campaigns with him and uniting the forces of chaos and raining destruction upon the hapless rest of the world. So
Is there any people who understand
Age
Age of Sigmar? I understand a
One
bit.
of those is we're trying
Age
to
of Sigmar
refresh
was
his entire
meant to be
experience
Warhammer replacement.
by
They realized it
introducing
sucked,
a narrative
so they
feature that
reintroduced
aims
Warhammer
to put
Old
the
War.
player
Alfie said.
into the
Yeah.
shoes and boots and mount of the 13th ever chosen.
I think that was a mistake to get
this will be
this
the
guy
story
on this
of
presentation.
how you as Archaon
People
in
will
your
bash
campaign
about it.
will bring about the end times. And in addition to that, we really want to update the visuals of Archaon's model. So he received
Archaon is getting a
the proper
visual lift.
visual
Okay,
quality
he already
that the 13th ever
got
chosen deserves.
Well, it's excellent to know
Recently.
that Archaon's dressing up for the occasion.
But he
needs to.
should get the
it's-
mount.
Technically, it's
three-headed
his
dragon.
affair. He needs to look the part, so that's great. But ultimately, we're not really here to talk about him. As much as we all love him, he's a bit old news. We're here for the big man, the big, great necromancer himself, the father of all of our favorite undead. What is
Archaon will always
Nagash
clip through
gonna
his helmet
be
because he's
doing
using
for
the old
Total War?
animations.
Oh my goodness! What is he going to be bringing to the game? Clearly, a lot of teal and destruction and death from the looks of things.
Nagash is the supreme lord of undead, and he would be the ultimate necromancer in our game.
Yeah,
He's
this
all
is
about
also
power,
the Bulgarian guys.
dark,
So there's
forbidden,
Sofia. Sofia is doing
lost
the
and reclaimed,
DLC.
power to end the world. In battle, he will also be able to command a
Yeah, the
vast
dragon
roster
for
of different
Archaon
undead
should be
units
for battle.
from the currently existing
I
ones
agree.
and some new ones
This is the
specifically unique
strongest
to him.
dragon in history.
And on the
so-
campaign map, he will spread death across
And
the
it
land.
survived
He's not
the
interested
end
in
times.
conquest.
This dragon
he wants
actually
to
survived
reshape
the
the
end
world
times.
in his image, making it a lifeless desert. This is his ambition to rule over everything, because this way they're obedient and subservient to him. And we want to give this power fantasy to the player. It's not that you are the hero in this case, you are the end. And this is the power fantasy drenched in the dark tone of Warhammer. When playing with Nagash, you will be having
to go
these mechanics
for a minute.
that allow you to construct
Watch it. I'll be back.
necropolises over where vibrant jungles used to be, and the change is permanent there. So this is how we imagine Nagash to be.
Permanent? Oh, okay.
Well, if you defeat the faction like in totality, you'll be able to revert some of that.
Sounds pretty difficult to get rid of, but such is the power of Nagash. But as a powerful wizard, is there going to be anything special magic-wise, like maybe something new?
Yes, he comes with his own spell lore, inspired by the tabletop, and there'll be spells that are all unique to him, and we'll be making them in a way that plays in the spirit of Total War. So, not a direct translation, but inspired, and certainly the flavor of the tabletop.
So we hear a lot from beloved and very trustworthy naysayer Manfred von Karstein that Nagash is weak. He's been saying that for years at this point. What is Nagash going to be bringing to the game that sets him apart from our other undead, our vampire counts, Tomb Kings, etc.?
I can give you one thing. He's going to be bringing all of that good stuff that you just mentioned together. So he's going to be in command of the vampire counts, the vampire coast, and the Tomb Kings. He is the proper
Oh my God, they're
puppet
still
master
talking about the same thing.
of them all, which I think is going to be a lovely, nod back to what we all enjoyed in Warhammer in the past, having control of all of this undeath. He's also then, as we were
That
talking
is
about
interesting
before,
that the
having
Sofia
that
seems
corruption
to do this
element.
deal. See
where
what are the
once
others
he's
doing. The others are doing
seeded
40
himself
fucking K.
into this world, he's going to kill everything off, and nothing's going to be able to
You don't know what
come
they are
back
doing, they are
from
doing
it.
this.
So he's going to be
So
super
the
excited.
innocence.
That is pretty exciting,
Proves
but
nothing.
Well, Nagash, he always stands above the great
They're doing
god
40K.
of death. He
I'm
does
sure
have to
they do.
delegate to somebody. Is there any other kind of features or minions or anyone that what is he going to be relying upon to bring the world to ultimate silence?
So, first of all, it's important to say that unlike other undead factions that
Okay, I
are
get
comprised
the
of
idea,
different
but
characters with different
we could
complicated
move to
relations,
another
Nagash's
topic.
faction
It's 20
is
minutes
Nagash.
about the end times.
His race
We
is
are hyped.
Nagash. Everything
cool,
revolves
but we
around
won't
Nagash
hear
and
about
his
it
will
in
and
a
his
few
ultimate ambition
months.
to dominate over a dead world. In order to achieve that, he relies
This
on his
point,
corruption,
I'm
he
tired
relies
of
on
Warhammer 3,
over
and
all
I want
the
new
variety of
franchise,
undead
new
units
modern
that he
engine.
has.
I want Warhammer
Under his
40k
command,
with
he
engine
also
scale to
relies on the
handle
presence
Titans
of
would
the Black
basically
Pyramid,
blend Warhammer 40k
both on the
and
campaign
Epic 40k.
and in
I agree
battle.
with that.
You will witness and you will command the Black Pyramid around the world. And in addition
at
to
this
that,
point,
he has also
Total War needs a new engine. It's
relies
a new
and
something new. I
demands the
I love
support
those
of
10
his
years of
Mortarks,
Warhammer. It gave me my work,
who are
my
these
life
special
purpose for the
characters
last
that
years, but
are, obedient
it's time to
him
move
and serve
on.
his will.
Let's do 40k.
And in the game, we're representing, I believe, all of them, Victor?
All 9 of them, the ones that were present in the End Times books.
So the canon ones.
No
very
medieval
fun.
free.
The canon
No one
ones,
wants
so
medieval
you can
free.
expect that when you play
No
Nagash,
one is
they'll be
here
doing
to
their
play
own things that
medieval
are
free.
currently in Total War, those of them that are already
Okay,
there.
our
And in time when you
bingo
grow
is still
strong enough, you'll be able to exert your will, then call
Empire,
them to you.
Medieval, Togs of
You'll
War,
be able
Victorian
to
era,
choose in
40k,
what
and
sequence you,
remaster.
in what order you summon them. Some will be easier, some will be harder to dominate. And
Funny
you'll be
enough,
able to
they
make them
said
stronger in
nothing
the
about the
process.
Tides
Like
of
when they
Torment
become
so far,
his
the
lieutenants,
DLC.
They don't do it out of pure adoration. Some of
Yeah,
them do,
this
like
is
Arkham,
Satan.
but others are just tempted
Engine-wise,
by
I
power.
would
So when they
love
become
Eugene
Mortarks,
to do a 40K
they
like
will
Steel
receive
Division.
new
You didn't play
abilities,
Steel Division.
some stat boosts. Some
Legend
of them get
wants
special
medieval
mounts.
free.
Like
I think
the Dread
everyone
Abyssal
wants
that
medieval
will
free.
allow them to ride
That like
into
historical
battle.
games. I'm not a historical guy, so
they're also like when they join you, they'll be like
maybe
bringing their
I like
lens
historical
with you,
games.
so
Like
to
I
speak,
spoke
but
about
you'll
the
be
Kingdom
draining
Come
them
today,
of
but I
life in
don't
the way
like
Nagash does
historical
with everything.
strategy games. Let's call it.
Coming with a proper upgrade for those Mortarks, which is very exciting, and probably some goodies I imagine the other undead will be looking to as well when it makes sense.
Absolutely, we can expect that all these new toys that we're adding, where appropriate, will be receiving all other factions.
Age
like
of Sigmar.
Vampire counts will be receiving.
Argyle,
access to
you won't.
That's all really exciting.
You
I
just
can't wait
won't
to just
won't
collect
quit.
the full set of them
Age
for
of
those of us
Sigmar.
that have that kind of completionist itch.
Age of Sigmar's
There's
dead.
something very nice about having that full little grouping under Nagash's claw. But speaking of other just exciting things that are going to be happening with the End Times and or Nagash, what would you say for you personally is going to be the most exciting thing that's coming with all of this exciting new DLC and content?
Well, one itch I've been wanting to scratch is to get the Realm of Chaos battlefields actually into Immortal Empires. As you know, they don't feature within that map at the moment. So this is a
Personally,
new
it's
way in
gonna
which
be
we
the
want you to experience those larger-than-life, colourful battlefields that the Realms of Chaos each have. And there'll be ways for you to transport yourself to those battlefields, to have those epic battles with the adversaries of the demons and the like.
Sure.
And have
Okay,
a lot
let's
of fun
move
there,
on.
bring much more life and flair to Immortal Empires.
So having those maps where we're fighting in the realm of Slanesh and Nurgle and all those horrible but so beloved dark gods.
Exactly that.
Wow, just to build up a bit on that, like for me as a player, like some of the best battlefield maps we've done is in the Realm of Chaos, and now that Immortal Empires have become the definitive
Best
way to
battles,
experience Total War Warhammer,
best battles
I'm kind of missing on those. So
in
I'm glad
Chaos
we're adding them in.
campaign.
For me personally, the
It was
big
one
thing
of the
with
worst,
this,
too big,
DLC
stretched
is
out survival
cataclysmic
battles,
events,
and they were
or what
bad.
we internally call devastation, which
I don't
you
have
can
much
see
patience.
Oh, is that why Lustria and everything is burning and
21
on
years.
fire
I don't
horribly?
have patience. I'm waiting
I
on
wanted
21
to
years.
show the change in the world in a visual way that is more dramatic than what we currently can do with just corruption. You know, corruption changes a bit of the environment, but not to this extent. So we'd like, with 10 times scenario, for really truly
We understood
epic,
what the
apocalyptic
end-time scenarios are. We are
things to
great
happen,
about
like
this.
volcanoes
This
erupting,
content looks good.
Fissures
Let's
opening
move
up,
on.
like bottomless chasms, and
Lego
meteors
Total War.
falling down, splintered from the chaos.
Total
moon.
what? Sorry,
And,
Total what? Not
We'd
war.
like that to change the campaign map rather permanently.
Total what?
And to provide different gameplay there once that change happens. For certain, it would be triggered in some cases by the game. In some instances, the AI factions will be able to wield it like a super weapon. In some cases, the player themselves will be able to use them. But there will be examples in the lore we would like to really show
Super
visually,
weapons.
and also
Again,
with music. We're
I think
writing
all of this
bespoke
looks-
music. For those
sounds good. We don't see
events.
anything,
Like
so
when a
sounds
certain
good.
end game scenario happens, you as a player will know you're in this moment that things are changing. Like the
They
visuals
are
of the
padding
campaign
super
map will
hard.
change the mood
Here
there.
makes me
the
believe they have
music
nothing else
and just the
about the
color
historical games.
palette and the
The
special
on
effects
the
around
end,
the
there
campaign
will
map
be a
will
teaser for
different.
40K.
And also
I'm
in the battle
I'm
maps,
betting my
there are
head for
different
this.
skyboxes, like when the Chaos More sleeve is hanging
So they're
low,
gonna do smaller
close to
city
the,
maps, better
to the
if I'm
world.
gonna be
You'll
so
be able
hyped.
to see that on battle maps. And all these
The
images and visuals, we hope to
CG rework that was
really show
in the
the
beta,
end
Proving
times.
Grounds,
Lava
like
and wildfires
4 months ago,
and
it's
craters
not coming
and
with Tides of
pits,
Torment, which is
so this
weird.
will be affecting actual game. It's not just cosmetic. This will be affecting actual gameplay on the campaign. and
Yes,
stuff.
on the campaign map, the provinces will work in a different way after cataclysmic events have
actually
happened to them.
mechanical stuff.
And there will be also different battle maps.
I'm okay with that, but our
Whoa,
jungles.
Too much water.
No.
Realms of Chaos battlefields and Devastation is cool. I really admire them. What I'm most excited about personally is the narrative change that we're preparing for the new lords we're introducing, and also some of the existing lords, to be perfectly frank. And I'm really, really curious and excited as a Total War player to see how we will be able to tell the story of
Total War 40K
Nagash's
or
rise to power and
GTA
his
6.
domination over the world, while
If
still
they will release
retaining the
Total War
sandbox
Warhammer
and retaining
40K, it will be
that, player
2027.
agency and the
They
player
don't
choice.
want to have,
So, regardless
End
of which
Times
character you're
and
picking,
40K at the
you'll
same
have
time.
the ability to get involved.
Vendors, if there is
in
no
these
40K
storylines
trial
of,
at the
like,
end,
rise
will
of
you
Nagash
expect
and
to
stuff,
do
even though
the
you're playing
honorable thing
such
and
such
commit
way on the other side of the
seppuku
planet,
with your
you can-
keyboard
if you
on
want,
live stream?
you can get really
I
involved
will
with these
commit
storylines.
Sudoku.
Well,
okay?
yeah, if you're not playing as Nagash,
I can promise that.
it's very
I
likely
can
that you will have
commit
to survive
Sudoku.
the rise of power of Nagash. Whereas if you play as Nagash, you will be the one that rises to power step by step while you are doing your conquest and your spread of corruption and the extinguishing of life around you.
Excellent. So, for a lot of us players, this is incredibly exciting, and there's a lot of changes and just wild things happening, and everything's quite literally on fire. And although we've touched a little bit on it, just to be kind of clear when it comes to the end times as an experience, this is still focusing on that sandbox experience
You
of
remember
Total War Warhammer. It's not
since,
purely a narrative, but it has narrative
Xbox started to make their own
aspects, but
game
it's still
showcases.
sticking
It's
to the
like
core
game
fundamentals.
trailer, game
Yeah,
trailer,
as you
game
know,
trailer,
Total
game
War is
trailer,
a
game trailer.
storytelling machine. And
There's
we
no
want
talk.
players to be able to still
Sony
tell
is
their
doing
own
like them.
stories through the sandbox nature that
With
that we
whole
offer.
respect to Creative
so with
Assembly,
the end times now
this is
featuring
boring.
Immortal Empire, it's going to be exactly that. You can go ahead and, as we talked about earlier, play as Archaon and destroy this world, end it completely.
You spoke about
but
that,
on the,
that
on
you
the
will be
flip
playing
side,
them
we want to let you have
already.
those different
Okay, guys,
stories.
let's move.
Also, things that maybe didn't happen, but you'd like to think how they might have played out with Nagash taking over the world and bringing death to it, or whatever else you can think of for that matter.
I know many people who are going to be hopping
They're
right
speaking
into
for like
Carl
15
Franz
minutes
Saves
right
the
now.
Day.
There were trailers and then
Hope
15
so.
minutes of talking.
We're
Too
exploring
much.
different
With
apocalyptic
all
scenarios
due
that
respect,
could
it's
have
too
ended the
much.
world in the canon, but didn't, because we all know Chaos won. But we're
Apple
looking for
helped with the
other what if
presentation. I
possibilities
was
that
making
could happen.
lectures on
Well, that is all
convents
extremely
like
exciting stuff in my
Comic-Con
very,
in
very
Poland,
biased but
PyrCon,
professional opinion.
Copernicon,
But
a few others.
beyond the end times, is there
If you're
anything
speaking
else
for an hour and
we all
doing
can
nothing
be
else,
looking forward to for
everyone
Total
will
War
go to sleep,
Warhammer?
no matter how interesting you are as a
One
person.
very important thing that we're all quite excited about to announce is that with the release of the Lord of the End
One trial
Times
was
pack,
15 minutes, be good enough.
you no longer need to own Warhammer 1 or Warhammer 2
Yeah,
or
he's
Warhammer
just a
3
cringe
to
neckbeard.
experience the Immortal
My
Empires.
God, someone
You
removed
can
Sotek
purchase
from my
just
screen.
one of the packs and
He's-
you will gain
he's
access
generally
to
not
the Immortal
likable.
Empires where you can play with what
Especially
you have
all the
purchased
recent dramas.
against everything else that's in the campaign.
I
you
lost
can
the,
purchase just
point of attack
Nagash
also, Nazik.
from a shirt, and you can play as Nagash from a shirt in the Immortal Empires and extinguish the life in this doomed world.
So Nagash Stan can just come in.
We
buy
spoke
just
about that,
this,
the
get
Nagash can
whole
kill guys.
Immortal
You're
Empires and just
repeating
go crazy
yourself.
and then be like, job done.
Exactly. This is an exciting moment for us all because we're lowering the entry point
My
barrier
hopium
for all
for
the
40K
players.
is
So
dying.
we're hoping to introduce new
just closed.
players that want to experience all this magnificent spectacle that the Immortal
Why
Empires
it's
and
closed?
Warhammer 3 Total War is.
Okay, dudes,
Well,
we understand.
is
Nagash,
just amazing. I'm so
Yes,
excited to
youngest.
see all of this
Next, please.
come to fruition, all of your incredible hard work. Thank you so much to Rich, Victor, and Todor for joining
those
me here
three guys
to
were very
discuss the end times and what
prepared,
all
let's
it's
call it.
bringing to us in the future.
and
Which
sound
is just,
excited, which is good. It's
Can't
better
wait.
than the Ubisoft
Thank you everyone
presentation.
so
Hello.
much at home for
My
joining
name
us.
is
We
Senior
hope
Director
that
of
you had a
Ubisoft.
good time, and
This
we
is a
will
game
see you
that
around.
we are all very excited to do. That's how the presentation of Ubisoft games usually.
Total War has a long and storied history. And alongside the game announcements we're sharing with you today, we'd like to reveal more about the latest evolution of the game engine that will be powering our future ambitions. To give you more of an insight into what's going on, I'm joined
Engine
by
update
Ellie and
for
Roberto from our
40K.
core technology team. Guys, do you want to do a quick introduction? Maybe Ellie, just tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Ellie Corlander, and I'm the Technical Art Director on Total War.
Perfect, thank you. And Roberto?
I'm Roberto Gerali, and I'm the Core Technology Director for Total War.
Perfect. Thank you, guys, and thank you for joining me for this chat today.
They were ending for a second.
So for those
no,
who maybe don't know, like me,
they will talk
what
about the
is
engine
an
right
engine?
now,
What does
and
the
then
engine
at the end
do
they
for
will
Total War?
show 40K.
So it's the tools, it's the toolbox really of the game developers. It's
But again,
the graphics
no new engine,
renderer,
guys.
it's
They said no new
core
engine. Updates to the
gameplay kind
engine.
of components that the teams build upon to make our our game experiences unique.
This
it's
looks
the
very
animation
medieval,
system.
don't you think?
There's a lot of core features
This house
that
looked
all
very
of Total
medieval.
War games actually benefit from, and we build upon those in our unique products.
Why is Total War's engine so important?
Because it's
Well,
shitty.
the engine is the foundation for all our titles, and when we saw the incredible lineup ahead of us, we decided that we needed to level up our technology to support these fantastic visions. So it's quite an exciting challenge. We're a small team, we use proprietary tech, but we're really excited to bring something new to Total War.
Whales,
And so
Total
today
War.
we're
Like
happy to
whales,
reveal
so you
new
need to pay
iteration
for
and new
everything?
evolution of the
Or
game
whales,
engine,
like a nation.
Warcore, and we'd be happy to talk about it today.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit like the current version
From
of our
Britannia
engine.
to that
we
would
started
be a fuck.
evolving that from 2009
be a
and all the
fuck.
products you've seen since then. We've been iterating on that engine, but we realised that with the lineup of games we had and the features we wanted to deliver, we really had to redesign
We have implemented
some of those
DLSS.
foundations.
Oh my,
So
that
this
would
is
be
taking
something.
what
That would be
Total War
actually
is
something.
at its core and then taking it to that next level, like you said, leveling up, right? What does this mean for Total War players? What can they expect to see and experience in future Total War games?
We really wanted to upgrade the type of visuals you could see in the game, to keep, competitive with what everyone else is seeing in other games at the moment.
Why
Total
there's
War games are
nothing
rendering
shown?
so much on screen at the same time. You've got
It's not new
VFX,
engine, it's an update to an
characters,
engine.
Massive
So many
battlefields.
characters.
So many characters.
It's an update to an engine, they said.
We really
not
had
new
to
one.
rethink, how the techniques we use to render some of that stuff, because we wanted to upgrade the fidelity everywhere. Some of those things include new lighting techniques, dynamic shadowing. We've improved
Medieval.
screen space ambient occlusion, which means you're going to see much
Pro
more
visual.
fidelity in the self-shadowing of models on the terrain. Gives it much more realistic feel. The meshes and the textures now,
Medieval.
because of improved rendering techniques, we're
Medieval.
able to put more fidelity
Medieval.
in those things and not compromise on that performance. of
Medieval
gameplay.
4.
We also have looked at new rendering techniques for VFX, so where you see projectiles,
You
they'll be
now
high
don't
fidelity
need to
because we've
restart
now
your
got
game
a new
after setting
ribbon
changes
technology,
resolution.
which means we're not
Well.
going to have so many overlapping particles. This means it's
That
more
will be something
performant,
big.
and it means we can
That
get
we actually get
crisper kind of
destructibles.
projectile visuals.
Nice.
Yeah, our players may be familiar with Warscape.
Iron Harvest has a
which is
great
our
destruction system
renderer, and,
for the maps,
we've created a
and
new
I
version
assume the
in
same
Warcore
system
powered
will
by
be done for
DirectX
4.
12.
So it's all going to contribute towards the overall immersion of.
Looks
of
nice,
what
but
our
it's
battles
actually
are
going to
like, I
work?
guess, as well.
Probably not.
Does this apply
CA.
to campaign as well? So these kind of like new lighting abilities and things like that we'll have in the game. Will people see that across both campaign and battle?
This should be
Yes.
done in
Awesome.
like a 3 minutes.
It'll be across the
very
the renderer
fast
is kind of
features
like
video.
a layer on top
I
of the
understand
entire
they
game
want to
engine,
show
so
it.
you
I
will see
understand they
improvements
want
in
to
all
talk
areas.
about it.
Awesome.
On the battle side,
But
we've
in
actually
today's
decided
world, when
to
everything
integrate
needs to be
Havoc
fast,
and the physics
paced
system into our
properly,
gameplay,
so people
it
don't get
means
bored.
that the
I'm already
buildings
bored
are
with
more
this presentation.
dynamically destructible.
I'm happy
you
that they're
can
doing
then use that as part of your
But
strategic
this should be like a
gameplay to
3 minutes video with all those things.
pathfind to new areas of
And
the
this
map.
lovely lady and the guy just talking about
And the
it.
battle AI will also
In
respond to
a-
this, so
in,
we've
you know,
rehauled the
off-screen.
battle AI to be also able to utilize all these new advancements and be more strategic as
Destructible
well.
trees.
So you can
Wow.
use these like destructible environments to your tactical advantage, but also your enemies are going to be doing the same.
tormenting
Okay,
the
that's
players.
interesting.
Yeah, the battle AI now, it
That-
takes more...
that was smart.
It
That-
takes
that
more
was
of an
really smart,
advantage
something
of
to say.
reinforcements and more dynamic abilities as well.
Safe
We decided
world.
it's really leveled up.
Awesome.
properly
gameplay.
so people
That
don't
means
get bored.
We're going to see a lot of advancements in that area as well.
Yeah, we've put a lot of work.
I got some
into
Empire of
campaign.
such vibes.
We've
They
rewritten it,
want to
be
test this
modular,
with something
so that,
first. Yeah.
Each different game can really use these building blocks to create custom, amazing experiences.
Guys, it's 40
and
minutes
with this,
of this
like the campaign AI goes
presentation.
hand in
And 30
hand.
minutes, like
So
it's
that will
over
also
half an hour
evolve and use
talking.
what we call a forward model. So it will simulate future states.
Model, he said
to make,
models.
better
Models
strategic
confirmed.
decisions.
What does this mean for animations then?
So we've actually rewritten a lot
Unreal
of our
Engine
animation
update
system. It's
vibes.
now
Yeah,
a
Nazik,
graph-based
it's
node
the same
system,
vibe.
which means we can layer animation behaviors and create more variety and fidelity.
I really hope they
some of
will
the
talk
things that
more
players
about
may
these
see
destructible
is,
buildings and
more
don't care
complex
about
movement like
40K
strafing,
at this
and more complex vehicles.
should just integrate
something that
ChatGPT
we've
or
been
Gemini
challenged with
info
our
the
previous
AI
version, but
model
we
and say,
wanted to do
go and
more,
learn
and bring
to
more
beat
to the
players.
gameplay.
Yeah, the team has
Show
really done a great
animations.
job, I feel, with our
We
new
players
animation
don't give
system.
a fuck. We
and
need
there's
to know
something
what
else,
this
right?
works.
Yes, of course, with Total
If there's
War,
a night, whatever.
quite a key part of it is blood and gore. We wanted to make this more visceral,
Blood
more
DLC.
realistic.
Blood.
What we've done is
Yeah, but it's
rewritten
boring.
some of
I'm
parts
happy
of
to
the
say it. This
dismemberment
is
system.
less excited
so you'll
than
see
I
more
expected.
dismemberment,
Way less.
limbs popping off, interacting with terrain,
We got
and
a
sitting
nice
on the train. And,
trailer of
very
Nagash for
gory.
like 10 minutes, then 20 minutes of
sorry for the
talking
mocap
about the
actors
same thing
then.
that we just saw.
We didn't chop
We
them.
were talking
Oh,
about the
that's a relief.
engine and few shots.
We've talked a lot
the
about all
background,
these
that's it.
pretty awesome advancements that are going to be coming to Total War in the future.
Guys,
but Total War, of
no one
course,
is
has
believing
a
that.
25-year legacy
will
on
come.
PC. Does
I
this
would-
new
it might come
engine
if they come, but
allow us to look further afield in
Right
regards
now, you
to
know
the
what?
hardware we develop for?
we want a new
Oh yeah,
game.
we've been wanting for a bit now to expand our horizons and to bring
See, his
our
problem,
franchise
they focus
to
on
players
look, but they
regardless of
completely
the
neglect the
hardware they
mechanic.
use.
Yes, and the
so we're
performance
quite
also.
happy that the new engine
Total War
also
has a
allows
big
us
performance issues.
to take our future titles
Implementing of
on
DLSS
PlayStation
would be
and
actually
Xbox
something
as well
amazing.
as PC. Yeah.
Fantastic. So we can finally allow console players to experience Total War.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're still going to be, of course, maintaining that same
Okay, so
focus
this
on the
new
deep strategy
updated
ethos that we
engine will be
encompass,
able
right?
to
Yeah, absolutely.
have the
so,
game on consoles.
We
I
want to
don't
remain
imagine that
true to
at
our
all
soul,
working.
so we're not having like a
It's barely
knee-jerk
working on
reaction
PC right
to,
now.
To put in our games.
Yeah, he said console
on
players.
console. We absolutely want to. We love the Total War formula and the
I'm starting to feel
complexity,
very
the depth,
vindicated about
and this is
40K,
something
not
that we
existing
want
right
to
now.
keep,
Not gonna lie. Let's
regardless
see
of
if they
the
pull
hardware,
a
so
last
PC
second twist. There will
players,
be. There will
I
be
don't think
40K at
they'll
the
see
end. It has to be.
any major changes to the product they love because we love it as
For
well.
console. Ew,
so
for
yeah,
console. Ew.
going on console is really a way to
I don't think anyone
expand
would play into the
also
War
to
on
our
console. It's
to
not a
other
game for
players.
console. It's like a cozy
What are we
PC
aiming
game.
to achieve with Warcore then?
One
What's the
more
goal of this
turn.
new engine?
Yeah, we wanted to give Total War the strongest foundation it ever had. But really here, we wanted to look at the
Strongest
future.
foundation.
So the engine now
That's-
is
that-
at
that's
its
a bold
infancy,
statement.
so it will evolve and get
Total
better
War
and better
to
over
phones.
time.
Don't you have
but
phones?
even now, yeah, we feel it's the most powerful foundation we've ever had. And we are thinking long term. So players will see over time more and more improvements coming to it.
Yeah, like Roberto says, it's in its infancy now, but you
I was
will
sleeping
see
for 30 minutes and I
improvements in terms of the rendering, in
You
terms
didn't
of
miss
things
anything.
like
Exactly
destruction
30 minutes.
and all those
30
interesting new
minutes ago, the
features.
trailer
But
stopped.
we want to build upon those in the releases we've got to come. We've got
It's medieval,
plans
guys.
to keep iterating.
There was a
on those
UI
features.
for the
Yeah, I think
medieval
players
knights
will already
at the
see
bottom left.
something
It's
great,
medieval free.
But you're really excited about what they can see even 2,
You saw it?
3,
It's
10
medieval
years
free.
from now. And
I'm not
that's
joking.
what we are
It
trying
looked
to
like
build,
medieval
yeah.
free.
And it's also something we've built for our staff, so to give them more powerful
We've seen
tools
the stone house
to be
being
able to create
demolished from
even better
several
games.
angles.
So yeah, streamline our internal
This-
pipelines, make
they-
it more efficient.
Everything that they have
We
in
really
this
wanted
engine
to
is
improve
this
the
house.
developer experience.
They
So
have
we've worked
nothing
on
else.
like unified tools and unified experience
Yeah, I
and
just swear
workflows
in
and
Polish.
improving that experience all around.
No, it's no.
Good for the players and good for the developers as well.
What an engine
It's a
really
win-win.
needs are fixing the
Amazing.
responsibility
Well, thank you
problem
both
of
for
the
joining me
units
for this
every
chat
Total War
today.
title has at the start. Yeah.
Up next, we are going to be taking a look at what's to come for our historical players.
Historical game. Medieval free. Medieval free. Total War House. You're the best guy.
Hi, I'm Pavel.
Hey,
It's
Pavel.
incredible to be standing in front of you today, not just as a developer, but as a lifelong fan. I've been playing Total War for 25
Freaking
years,
still.
first discovering the franchise through Shogun, before becoming completely captivated by Medieval. That passion led me
Medieval,
to join
he
Creative
said.
Assembly in 2005, where I've been fortunate to contribute to most of our historical Total War releases, from Medieval
He has a
2
nice
all the way
hair.
up to Three Kingdoms.
Don't laugh.
And today, I'm absolutely thrilled to be here as the game director of our next major historical title.
Medieval 3.
The franchise was created not only because of our love of strategy games, but from a deep love of history. From the very beginning, our goal has been to bring the past to life in immersive, authentic worlds, giving players a chance to
Medieval
relive and
Total War
reshape
myth
it in a
update.
way only Total War
Stop,
can.
guys.
We know that same passion for history lives in our community. You've been asking for a return
Viking.
to the roots of what made historical Total War
Roots?
so special.
Medieval.
And that's exactly what we're
Medieval.
setting out to do. So today, we're proud to reveal the next chapter in Total War's historical legacy. It's a game we've dreamt of making for a very long time. This is more than just a new game. It's the rebirth of historical Total War.
Medieval. Medieval 3. It's confirmed.
Ruled by divine right. And yet our realm is far from holy.
Medieval.
The armies we command paint red the
And
map.
it's trailer in the old style with the real actors.
Why fight when hearts and minds are easily swayed?
Holy Roman Empire? No, Medieval 3.
The realm is ours only when our enemies lie dead.
Medieval 3.
Patience and time will beget our gain.
We are stability.
Pavel is the only guy who can present well.
And
At least he was very sharp and short about this.
We bear the weight of pain and of defeat. Greatness shall ever define us.
And we shall never
be forgotten.
There will be title at the end. No gameplay or anything. House was medieval.
How will you
shape
your realm? How will
you
make history?
make
History.
make history?
This is a medieval chair. Medieval 3. Told ya. Hype is real.
Yes, Medieval 3 is real. So many of you have long desired a sequel to this special series, and today we're thrilled to confirm that it's in early pre-production. The Medieval series holds a special place in the hearts of many, and this game will be both a tribute to its predecessors and a bold step forward.
They won't show anything.
We're drawing direct inspiration
It's
from
2028.
what made those past games unforgettable,
Joking, that-
and for it to herald the rebirth of historical Total War. Our vision for the game is ambitious, but clear. We want Medieval 3 to be
It's
the
early production, he
definitive
said?
Total War experience set in the medieval era. A game where you don't just relive history, you rewrite it. In gameplay terms, that means choosing your realm, forging your legacy, and altering the course of history with a level of player agency we have never achieved before in a Total War title. Now,
Cannot
we are
play-
in
wait
early
to play Lord of the
pre-production with
Rings
Med
mods.
3, and we're announcing early to take you on our development journey with us, where we can, via blogs and other updates. We've never
it's very
announced
early
something this
development.
early before, and we are excited to engage with you throughout this journey. We have started to build the foundation for Medieval 3,
They just
and over time,
started.
we will be able to share more about the game
2-3
as it comes
years,
to life.
at
There's a lot more to come, and we can't wait to share it with you. So let's dive in and meet some of the team.
Now, talking for 30 minutes.
Hi, I'm Cody Bonds, and
Cody!
I'm excited to be here today with the team making Total War Medieval 3. I've been
That's
covering
a person
Total
that I
War on
wanted
YouTube
to
for a
see
number
here.
of years now. I have a degree in archaeology for media, and
Cody
I can't
is
wait to
an
meet you guys.
amazing
So can you introduce
person.
yourselves?
Hey Cody, my name is Leif. I'm the creative director on Total War Medieval 3.
And I'm Luke. I'm a senior game designer on Total War Medieval 3.
People have been asking for Medieval 3 since probably the
Who
day
liked it,
after
Cody?
Medieval 2 released. What does it feel like to finally announce this game that people have been looking forward to for so long?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting, also a bit intimidating, but really exciting. And, in fact, this is really the game that a lot of us came to join CA to really be part
Cody's
of. I
balding.
was dreaming about making this game one day. Remember when I joined in 2016 first,
We
I
have
was
some
crossing my
things on the
fingers and
background,
hoping
but
that
I
this
think
would
it's like
be
a concept.
Please let it be Med 3.
It has a very nice
This
style.
is it, right? This is our magnum opus. Over the years, of course, we toyed with the idea of making this game, but it really feels like now is the right time for it. Medieval 3 is, of course, the
the
sequel to
development of the
Medieval
game
2,
is long.
but it also follows on, a long history now of Total War games,
before
20 years
actual
since,
development starts is
where
also
we learned
long.
a lot about making
they are on this
Total War
concept
games, and we're really
stage
excited
right
to
now.
carry this into Medieval 3. So expectations are high. Expectations are really high for us as developers, for us as fans of the
Noob's
series
Guide
as well,
to
right?
Medieval 3.
And the expectations are high in the community out there. And that was actually one of the main inspirations of announcing this earlier than we've ever done, to bring the community on this journey
You hear
with
that
us
the game
to,
is
to
very,
speak to our
very
fans
early
what this
concept.
game is
I
all
think
about.
they just started
We're
the
all really
development,
hyped
so many,
about making the
many years.
game. As Life said, we're all fans. We've been playing for years.
I also
I have a
invade
background in
Poland
medieval
with the
history, so for me it's a
Saxonia
dream come
every
true.
game, my
And I
dudes.
think that's true for most of the people on the
Kalki, I'm
project
from
for all
Poland.
different reasons. So
I
there's loads of
forbid you
excitement in
to
the studio at the
invade
moment.
Poland.
If you're drawing on all this excitement, what is
We will
the
invade
vision for the game itself?
We want Medieval 3 to be all about rewriting history. And Total War has always been about painting the map, your color, of course, and Medieval 3
This stuff is
will
way
have
more
that as a
interesting
key
than the
element
Nagash
still, but
one.
it's no longer the single
So far.
most important element of your game. Much more ways of how we want players to be able to
You may
reach
try.
through the window to the world and influence the world around them, and add more ways of how the world speaks back to the player and acknowledges the actions that the players
Naval
take.
battle, that will be interesting.
What kingdom
What
of
is the
England
concept,
will
so
you
to call
create
it?
in your campaign? Playing as the Holy Roman Empire, will you be able to unite the
VR
empire,
headset
or
support?
will you perhaps
What?
accelerate the fragmentation?
If they
and
don't
form
add
an
huge
early
diplomacy in
kingdom of
historical
Germany?
game mech, I think they
And
will.
it's not just about your own realm,
If
it's
the
also about
diplomacy
what
will
happens
be
to
based
all the
on,
realms in the world. In your
the
game,
kingdoms,
if the Byzantine Empire falls,
then it's good already.
what will the consequence be? And
But
what
the
about
world
the
is-
world itself and the people
Oh,
that
sorry,
live in it?
it's just
What
concept.
about the dynamics of urbanization? What about the medieval estates? How will the world develop? So we
I'm
want
very
Medieval 3 to be that
in
ultimate
the subject right now
canvas
because I'm playing
to tell
Kingdom
your own
Come.
story and to rewrite history.
So you're talking about the medieval era, but that can be quite wide.
There was
or
a huge
small
naval
era,
battle in
depending on
Nagash
who you
trial,
ask.
yes,
So when you say
and
medieval,
also
what do
in
you
Vampire
mean
Coast
in this game? What's the
trial,
setting?
there were naval battles. and
I'll say we
still
haven't
not
fixed
got
a start
any of
date
this.
yet, but we know that like Medieval 2, we want to set the game in the sort
But
of
yes, it can blow into
high
the
to
sea
late
phase
medieval
later.
period, 12th to 15th century, maybe a little bit either side.
I still think that
And I've always
inviting
felt
one
like
person
the
here
high and a little bit of the
to
late
talk
period
about
is
Nagash
really the most
DLC was a
recognisably
huge
true
mistake.
medieval period. It has all the stuff that you might expect to find, like knights and castles. It has crusades.
Very nice concept
plague,
art,
of
but
course.
this is
There's
all
the
for the
big
game.
names
They have a
like
concept. They are
Barbarossa,
starting
Saladin,
to write it.
Eleanor
The
of
design
Aquitaine, and of course
of it, how
Richard
the
the
game will
Lionheart.
be played, what
In the
mechanics
east,
will be
you have
there,
these rising
factions, and
powers,
so
the
on.
Ayyubids, the Mamluks,
So it's a
the
long,
Mongols,
long,
and
long
later
journey
the
until we
Ottomans.
get something
And then in the west,
actual
there are
good
these sort of
playable
slow
here.
and steady
It's like I think it's a
kingdoms
stage
forming
like
and
they showed
gaining
Cyberpunk for the first
power,
time,
like
and then
France
5-6
steel.
years later,
And then in Central
there
Europe,
was like
the
a
Holy
first
Roman
trailer.
Empire is
Maybe not
mired
like
by
that,
civil war,
but
and
I
the
expect
Italian free city-states
3-4 years
forming these sort of
until this
bullish
game is
trade
released,
empires
at
and
least.
stalking the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
and then there's the
doesn't
sort of
come
somehow
because
still
2028.
heartbreaking
I think
fall of
2027 will be
the
40k.
Byzantines,
Again,
the East Romans,
I want to
first
see
at the hands
40k
of the
today.
Christians in the
With
Fourth
big
Crusade,
reveal
and
at
then
the end.
later defeat by the
40k,
Ottomans. So
40k,
it's a really
40k.
rich and vibrant period, and I think it's a great setting for us. I'd like to see it sort of as a chaotic world.
How
where
would they
people are
even
trying
implement
to
naval battles in
establish some sort of
Warhammer?
order
Just wonder
onto it.
if that's the point.
So rulers are trying things out,
Reminiscence
new things or
of
old things.
naval
that could
battles
be
are
an
in the
economic
files of
system
Warhammer
or a
since
military
Warhammer 1. There
strategy or
are
a political
unit
gambit,
cards, there were
and they
unit
don't really know if
records,
it's going to work,
abilities,
but they
and
try it
other
anyway.
stuff. So they
I
really
find that really
plan to have a
compelling.
naval
You
battles
see
in
things
Total
like
War Warhammer, but they
brotherhood
scrap it
and
before
oaths of
release.
fealty, even
Or
chivalry,
even sooner.
creating these sort of bonds
But yes, naval
that hold
battles were
society
meant
together.
to be in
So it's
Warhammer
also a world of
because
promise.
to this day there
and
are
those
files
promises are set
of
in
it.
the context of people's personal ambitions. So the result is often just carnage.
We
and
have
what that setting
more
for a
chance to
Total
see
War game.
30k than 40k.
It sounds like you're talking about
if they are going to make
the
it, it's going to be
realm
Horus
almost
Heresy,
like
mark
as
my
it's a
word.
person itself, not
You're
focusing
you're
on
a
individuals,
heretic,
but as managing
and
the whole
Inquisition is coming for you.
Yeah, I think for us it was really important
Inquisition is
to
coming for you, and
lean
they will
into
get
the
your
fact
ass.
of that long time period and the
I'm just
progression
saying.
and the amount of change change that happened in the period. One thing we
Terrible to
discussed
say
was
something
how
like
in that time period, in the medieval time, there
No,
wasn't
short
really
40k is
the
way more
notion
popular.
of
Of
nationhood
course, it's way
or
more popular,
nations or
especially the new
states.
lore.
But really, at the end of the medieval era, we are entering that realm of possibilities where
I
you
played
have
naval
something like
battles in
nations
Empire,
forming.
Napoleon, Rome 2,
So it's
Attila,
really about
France of Britain.
these
They didn't
medieval realms
like them.
finding
Maybe
themselves
that's
and
why they don't want to
defining
do it
themselves
anymore.
in that era. And it seemed like a great backdrop to give players that authorship, not just in a single lifetime of a ruler, but really in a line of succession that
if
leads
they do
to
the lines of
entire idea.
succession that your
And there are
lords
these great
can actually
dynasties to
die
draw
out of old
inspiration
age,
from, whether it's the Plantagenets or the
a bit like
Capetians. And I think
Kingdom
one
Crusaders.
of the really nice things about this project
Kingdom
is going
Crusaders, I
back
think.
to Total
So this
Wars
will be
that
a
run
really
across
cool
decades
idea,
and
that your
centuries
characters get old
rather,
and die.
than a smaller or shorter period of time. It gives us a lot of space to talk about these
Medieval
grand,
3,
sort
okay,
of slow-moving
40K,
historical
40K,
processes,
40K.
as well as the really sort of spiky moments, the drama and the excitement of the events that happen.
One thing we sometimes talk about is how we want the game ultimately to feel very different in the early parts of your game versus the end. You know, we want to create an experience where,
guys,
150
with all due
years
respect,
in, you look back at the
15 minutes
achievements
about
and
talking
maybe
about the game
failures
that we
and,
don't see in-
tragic moments and
in many
dramatic
months
turn of events as part
is
of
just
your
a bad
game.
idea.
How the world has changed, partially under your feather, but also partially just through the events of the sandbox.
For the game.
Which is really compelling for a Total War game.
You gentlemen have both obviously done a tremendous amount of research for this game and can draw upon that at will. But how will
made a
that
great
history
RPG session
help
with
inform the
Cody
gameplay
when
experience?
the
I'll
Oxyotl
go
was being
bold here and
released.
say I don't think there is
It's a
gameplay
DLC.
without history.
Amazing.
Whether you're making a
He's just
fantasy
such a
game or a
lovely
sci-fi
guy.
game or historical,
One of my
chances
favorite
are that part of that
people that I met
draws a parallel to
since
the
I
past. So
went
that
into
might be
this
a cool weapon or a unit or
First,
a whole
on the first
feature
place
set,
is Nathan from Great
but
Book of Grudges.
it probably is inspired from
always
history. And I
waiting
think
to
that's what
do
makes those gameplay
content
features
for
feel
others
really fun
because
to
he's
play.
asking
It's
for it. It's lovely.
satisfying. They feel believable. They're grounded. They're real, even if they're a little bit fantastical. I think one of
They
the cool
didn't
things
said
about working on a medieval
how many
game
years,
is that we have
Vincent.
access to all
They
these
said
great
that they
sources,
started
these
the
manuscripts,
development.
these treaties and
It means that
agreements,
it may
pipe
be
rolls,
still the concept
artifacts,
phase. So,
or the work
like,
of other
nothing is done.
historians that we can really draw on.
They are just
And that
writing stuff.
directly goes into the content of the game. So that might be the weapons or the armor, the buildings, and we all
And
love
those houses
it when
were
a TV
medieval.
show or a
We
game
were
gets the details just right. And I think we also kind of love it a little bit when they get it
I can
wrong
smell
too.
Food. Well, my
But
wife
I think
is
we can
doing
say that
food
we
and I need to see it
want to make the
here.
most authentic Total War we've ever made. And that
Okay.
means going beyond the content. It's also about looking at historical relationships. So
They still
when
didn't
you
advertise
play our
Tides of
game,
Torment at all
We want you to feel like you're in medieval
today,
shoes.
which is
that
weird.
The problems that you're facing
This is
are
the
the
thing
problems
that I
medieval
feared.
people faced.
No one
and
cares
that
about
the
Tides of Torment
tools
today.
you have
Everyone's
to solve
caring
those
about that.
problems
Medieval
are the same tools that they had as
Nagash, and of course,
so we look at
40K
the core systems of the
that will
game,
be
like
at
the
end.
economy
I
or the
needs to be well
recruitment or
because not
characters,
if I will
buildings.
need to do Sudoku.
And we think, okay, why did
my keyboard,
these
I
work
promise
in the way
that.
that they did in the medieval period? Taking recruitment as
This
an example,
podcast will
when
go
you
for
raise an
3
army
hours.
in our
I
game,
think it's like
we want it to feel truly medieval.
Hour and a half,
Where did
max.
medieval armies come from? Well, there aren't
It will be.
really standing armies.
This will be the great game for
like
my
in the
kids to
modern day,
play
at
when they
least.
grow up.
Probably more from
Same for
oaths of
mine.
fealty, from vassals to their lords.
Same
so
for mine.
we want you to feel
I'm
like you're
getting old.
raising your banners, like you're mustering your forces or summoning the prince electors. And of course, it's not a PhD thesis, it's a game, and the fun definitely
I
comes
lost the track
first.
what
But if we can
talking
inspire
about again,
people
sadly.
to look into history because of our game and maybe learn a thing or two,
Someone
I
was
think that would
watching
be
it.
great. And like, I got into
Revisiting
history
this whole
because
video.
of Total War,
Didn't
so
thought for
it
a
would be
moment
great
that,
to
you know what,
replay the
guys,
flavor.
this is too long.
Yeah, I think we ultimately set out to make the ultimate medieval strategy sandbox, right? And for that, the simulation of the medieval world is really important. And like
We
Luke
want
was
the
saying,
simulation of the
the
medieval world. We
representation of the
understand
forces
that.
and
If you want the
dynamics,
best
that's
simulation
really
of
key.
medieval world,
It's
check
absolutely
Kingdom Come
important to
Deliverance
get
2, because
you know,
this is the
the
basic
armor
game that
right
gives
and
us
the
simulation.
details on the helmets, but really
Very nice
capturing the
helmets.
forces and dynamics that move the
Tito
world
Jin
at the
or
time
Dash.
and making sure the player feels them and interacts with them.
Spain.
That's really our key goal.
There's so much you guys are juggling to get
I have
right
to be
here.
honest,
There's
I
so
don't
many
even
cool
listen to
elements
these
that
guys.
clearly you're building on things from the
Celestial
past and looking at it in completely new
Meter.
ways.
Guys, the
But
game will be
what's the
super
one
good.
key
Trust
element
for 30
you're
minutes.
really looking
yeah,
at to focus
this
on
is
here for your
actually
team?
what a person just said. We are
I think that's a
stretching.
really interesting one to pin down.
We want to
because
do
there's
a
so much
great Medieval
excitement
3.
and passion in the
This
studio
should
and
be
team
just a
for
teaser,
Medieval 3.
10 minutes of talk maximum.
There's a great anecdote
and then
where
we move.
we were
We are
sharing
talking
some
for
concept art
15
with the
minutes
wider
right now,
Total
over
War
15 minutes.
team,
How long it
and
was
the
about the
concept art was
engine and
presenting
the
some
Total War
ideas
house?
around the upgrades of armor and how
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not paying attention understand
better
what they're saying
techniques
at all.
and more expertise in armor creation could be represented visually.
Also, the
and I
image
got this
behind them
huge
is
message from,
kind
from
of
someone not actually working on the game,
Castile? I don't know what
explaining to
Castile
me the details of platinum and how
So
it was
that's
done
2000.
and
The
what the
current
benefits
run
of
drama, I hope
were.
it will
So a
be
lot
well
of passion
optimized.
in the wider Total
What
War
about?
team, that we want
Can
to
someone
draw
explain me? I saw that the prices of
when
RAM
it comes
went
to down to one thing,
crazy
I think it would be
high.
to
Castile
create
is
that sandbox,
Spain before
to
it
really
was
bring
Spain,
the
basically.
medieval world to life.
There was a
to
Spain,
give you the option to interact
title
with this
on top
world,
there,
feel
so
the forces
that
that
fits.
were at play at the time. and
I
really
think that
feel
the
like
RAM
this is
costs
truly a
were crazy
medieval
high.
game where
Last
you
year
get to
I made a full
rewrite
update to my
history
PC,
the way you
so
want.
I don't need to.
And that's Total War Medieval 3.
Cody,
thank you to the development team for coming out today and
you're the
revealing
best
this
person here
truly
in this whole
astounding
presentation
game
so far.
that I
The
think
best
we're all
part of it.
excited to see
The
be
tie.
developed in the future.
Lovely tie.
Obviously, it's early days, but we can look forward
And
to
you don't
these
have
updates
shorts.
as they come out and hopefully play
Like a
a
fucking
game where
peasant.
you can truly rewrite history.
40k! 40k! Let's hit with 40k.
Getting to work in Total War is like nothing else.
Working on Total War is definitely an experience.
40k!
It's different every day.
It's never boring.
Challenging.
Working on Total War is an absolute dream come true.
It's a franchise that's so close to my heart.
I like to solve problems, and Total War throws endless amounts of design problems at you.
Working with people who are passionate about what they do and the world they're building makes it a really excellent place to be.
Coming into work where I get to write about the Crusades 1 minute and the fantasy apocalypse the next is like nothing else.
Making Total
Actually,
War games
is this
feels
the
like
end?
just
No fucking
bringing
40k?
that fantasy, that imagination to life.
And the
I'm gonna
games
flip.
are always challenging, but the challenge is something that we love to tackle.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
flip.
franchise that has taken us in many, many different places, so nothing's ever the same.
New Engine was just a fantasy title?
Means
Total
so
War
much
House.
to so many people.
There's no way.
I don't think there's anything quite like
They said
it.
multiple titles. They said multiple titles.
It
Announcement.
combines
They
strategy
just announced
gaming and
Medieval 3.
real-time battles like no other game.
It's this unique
And Times
mix
is not a new
that no
title.
real other game kind of does it the same.
You really kind of get that view as if you're a god.
There's no
looking
way
at
it
this
was no
world.
way. They're just
It's
building
all
it. They're just building
interactable
it.
and you can
They're just building
manipulate
it. Guys,
everything
it's just building.
in
It's
the
just
world.
copium.
Also, it gives you
Copium.
that real immersion, so then you can like
Bloodborne too.
follow that
Bloodborne
through line
too.
all the way down to like an individual soldier
Troy
like,
too.
zooming in on a battlefield.
You feel like
So
you're
it's
right
multiple.
in there with the troops, and then with the campaign side,
But
you get
they
a lot
just
of the
announced
gameplay
one
and
game,
the
Medieval 3.
strategic
New
side
Engine
of
is not that new
elements
title.
of the campaign.
It's just a very cool, nice
It's so
synergy
funny.
that works really well.
So for me, what makes it
Waiting
special
up.
is the
No.
ability to bring history to life.
To bring players into so many different places, and not many other
my
games
food is
can
smelling
say
so
that.
good. My wife
We
is doing
have
pancakes.
people who are interested in
apples.
history, in strategy, and of course, fantasy.
It's the ultimate
There is a
time
big
machine,
40k party in the next weeks with
socioeconomic
millions of audience.
war simulator that transports you back in time.
How
There
does
is
it feel to work
some
on a
40k
game franchise that
things
is
today.
25 years old?
For sure.
Exhausting.
Total War Stargate.
It is crazy to think how that it's 25
I don't know what they are
years
talking about
since
again.
the first Total War game.
That's pretty special. 25 years is a long time.
It feels old.
This lady looked like
It makes me
she was
feel
working
old.
at 25
Great to be
years.
part of something that's been here for this long. It feels unbelievable and amazing. I never thought I would be part of Total War.
It's lovely to have been here for so long and seen our games develop, seeing the tech develop.
We want to iterate and
Awesome,
improve
guys. The
on
tech
aspects, but we
development,
are
okay.
always keen to make sure we don't
Okay,
disappoint
for
our
like
fans.
a
We don't change
company,
Total War too
and
much.
I have
But
to say
also,
that this
we
is
need to
amazing
move
for them
forward
that
and do
they are
new
lasting
things
for
and
25
innovate.
years.
So we have a
years.
responsibility
Especially
to keep
in
it
these
true
times.
to what
And
makes
the
Total
War
War
is
so
still
special,
decent.
but also
Maybe not the
carry
best,
it
but as a
to
strategy
the
game,
future
it's
and
decent
keep
and very
delivering
high.
new epic experiences that are going to stand the test of time.
Tides of
It's a
Torment is
wonderful
out
thing
and
to
nobody
be
cares.
able to be part of
Total
something
War-
that
Total
has
War
such a
Dragon Ball
long
Z.
lasting
Total
legacy.
War House was the
And
best.
it's
Total
stood
War
the
House
test of
won
time.
everything
It's one of
today.
those great
Total War
franchises.
House.
Few
I don't know who
games
said that.
get to
I
celebrate
need to
that
check.
milestone,
But Total War
and
House.
this game happened to be something very
That
special.
was actually
And
good.
it also feels like it's not just a milestone and it's getting older, it's just the beginning of something new and where we're going next.
We all together as a team bring it to
Total War
the
Warhammer
future.
40k. Please don't end this. Don't end like that. Don't end like that. Don't do it.
And that almost brings us to the end of
Almost.
our anniversary showcase.
Almost, he said.
And what a celebration it's been. 25 years ago,
Almost.
we set out to build a strategy experience unlike any other. What began as a single game has grown into a franchise full of unforgettable moments which have been
Fuck
shared
you.
by tens of millions
JFW.
of players around the world.
Gonna be answered the
Today
game
we
was fuck
celebrated
you.
that legacy by
It won't be.
announcing a return to one of the most beloved eras in Total War
Need
history
to
with
see
Medieval
again
3.
that house.
And we're preparing for the Cataclysm with the Lords of the End
Total
Times
War
DLC
House.
and the End Times
Blood
update.
DLC for
Warhammer
Total War
3.
House announcement. house, but
few games
your
get to
house is
celebrate
bleeding.
such a monumental milestone, but we're eager and excited to spend
Okay.
many more years with you all.
Please.
When we say your support means the world
Please.
to us, we mean it.
40K.
Whether you're playing our games, watching our newest
I will be
trailers,
such a fool. I will
submitting
need
bug
to do
feedback, or
Sudoku.
commenting Med3 when on every social post imaginable, all of this contributes to creating the bedrock for Total War's success. Finally, before we end today, we have one last thing to share.
It is 40K. It is fucking 40K.
Hi everyone, I am Attila, game director on the next major title being developed at Creative Assembly. Whilst we are not ready to unveil the project in all of its glory, it represents one of the most ambitious games we have ever worked on as a studio, and we can't wait to share it with you. We would like to invite you to tune in to the Game Awards on December 11th to watch the world premiere announcement trailer for our next Total War title.
Fuck you!
After that moment, we look forward to sharing more with you. Once again,
He said
from
Game
all of us
Awards.
today,
Fuck's sake! For the fuck's sake! The amount of my fucking disappointment, guys. I will show you. This is a book of heresy. And right now, I will write down this company is the most heretical being that ever lasted in this world.
It's too...
That was such a bait. Such a fucking bait. That is insane. Kurwa! That was terrible. That presentation was actually boring as hell. Do the Sudoku. I don't know how to do Sudoku with this book. Like... That's weird. Ah, what a waste of fucking time. Only first 10 minutes of it was worth it. I'm not joking. Could have lasted 15 minutes, yes. If you want Dark Heresy game, there's one that way, don't worry, and it will be great. I have a cooperation with All Cat Studios. I played the, how it's called? Rogue Trader, great game, and I'm really waiting for Dark Heresy because I am a game master of Dark Heresy campaigns for over 15 years right now, guys. I have people that I play hundreds of games today, not today, but overall with the years, and Dark Heresy is my favorite RPG system that I play and cherish for years. We fucking that was a fucking waste. That was fucking waste. I like the guy on the shorts. God, what the fuck just happened here? We know about Medieval 3, but it's like 10 years from now. Fuck it. I'm actually angry about that. Everything that just happened. And they didn't said even a word about Tides of Torment. Not even a word. What the fuck? Medieval 3 gonna be probably bad. Just play Medieval 2. Then said our kids will play Medieval 3. It's so far in the future.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my god. Then the 40K will be next week. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good week. Engage your Hopium Drive for the Game Awards announcement. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this presentation? Maybe they will announce Medieval 3 at the 13th anniversary. They certainly think that a single DLC in Medieval would be enough. I think that was fucking bad. Total War House was the best part of it. Could have been much shorter, but I like it. Maybe the hype was too big, God. The Nagash part was cool. Lord of Words for not saying much. Way too much talking for nothing, yes. Boring wish-wash talking, yes. Only Medieval 3 was something. Time to get the Grasovka. Let's have a new brick house. It's a waste of time. I don't know what to feel about it. I wanted to see 40k. Cody was awesome. That was such a fucking waste of time. I don't know what to say. End times was so long, I started feeling it would be like this. They could just tease 40k and announce it next week. Yeah, they just could fucking tease it at least. There will be so many games announced on Game Awards, because that's how it is every year for several years right now, that it will be just washed away. The 40k will be just washed away by other games. Maybe the 50-year show will be better. Maybe we had too many expectations. No, they hyped that. They hyped this show a lot. And they didn't deliver. They didn't deliver at all. Nagash DLC was leaked ages ago. Okay. But I don't know. I'm not fucking hyped about the Nagash DLC at all. They just debated us, I agree. Let's be honest, even a few seconds of 40k announcement, nothing specific but something. It can be 1 second. He could say the end for the Emperor. Emperority or something like that. And everyone will fucking explode the internet right now. Total Creative Assembly doesn't know how to make a hype. They do opposite of hype. I'm not hyped about the Game Awards. I'm angry because Game Awards is about something different. They could post anything this in the blog. Yes. They could just say a single phrase. They said multiple titles announcement. We saw Medieval 3 and that's all. Not even saw it. It's in early concept. It's being started done. So it means like 5-6 years from being released. In your opinion, can we watch TGA because it's choice? Yes, fucking, it's like 11 p.m. What's the time for Game Awards? Game Awards 2025 time. What time the Game Awards will be? 4 p.m. Pacific time. This means, for me, for Purim is PST Cal. What's the time for us? It's 2 a.m. in Europe. Are you fucking insane? Are you fucking insane? I'm not gonna watch it. Always Game Awards were at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So it was like, 8 p.m. my time or 10 p.m. my time. Why fucking make something like that? 2 a.m. Are you fucking insane? I'm not gonna watch it. Wow. For a company that has such a big audience in Europe, this is the biggest fuck up I saw in years. I'm angry right now. I'm just angry, you know. But I think this was a very boring presentation. Uninteresting. Could be just summarized in 10 minutes or 15. And yeah. Wow. Summer 2026, Jay said. JFW. Disappointment. I'm going to went by painting 40k figures. Kurwa. Terrible. Terrible. You have your own show. You have the biggest audience right now. And you are alone. There's no other showcases today or this week even. You could build an extreme hype about the thing, you know? And you know what? Nothing really fucking happened today. Nothing really was shown that people will be hype about. Maybe Medieval 3, but it's like so many years in future. In the next week, there will be announcements of dozens of games, new games. This Statues on Desert. There will be Diablo 4 expansion. Maybe Elder Scrolls 6 they will show, or other games that will just cover 40k Total War. If it's 40k fucking war, because I don't know right now. No one will fucking care about it. You had this best moment to do it, or at least tease it. So for the next week, everyone will be talking about Total War 40k. No one will be talking about the 40k next week, besides us, fans of 40k of Total War, and maybe 40k. There will be no new audience about that. So that's my opinion about it, at least. I think they screwed up without not teasing anything. Watch it not be 40k. Yes, if it won't be 40k, then it will be. The engine was like the biggest update to the engine was in Rome 2. Next big title could be anything. Yeah. Why so sad? I want a new game. I want a new game that I can invest my time and passion into. And Medieval is not something like that. I don't care about Medieval. I want 40k because I love 40k. I love 40k way more. And I think that CE fucked up their big moment here. And they even did not mention Tides of Torment at all. I don't have Tides of Torment DLC. So yeah. Next Total War next week. Yes, I understand that it will be announced next week, but I think they just ruined their moment. They ruined their own moment. They created a hype, and it just vanished. They fucked up in that way, and it's something that CA just loves to do. I think that was a bad showcase. I think that was just a bad showcase. I had my expectations very high, And yeah, like someone said, it should be 15 minutes. And it will be way better. Yeah, okay, you know what? I'll be finishing it. I need to get some steam off. DLC. I will be playing DLC, probably streaming it. After playing the DLC, we'll start fixing the mod, and it will take a lot of time. Most likely, so don't expect SFO working this month. SFO patronage, best way to support us, best way to, make this mod real still, because it's still full-time and it's still hard to do, harder with every update. And what can I say? I'm so fucking disappointed. I was hyped today. You saw that, guys. For those that were here for the time, I was hyped. Everything just evaporated. So yeah, I will be happy because 40k, I still believe it will be announced as the next game. I don't understand why they are announcing it on the Game Awards. Maybe it's something that the Games Workshop wanted, but I think this would be way better way to show it, because they have this secluded stream. There is no other games, no bigger games, no better paid games that can be shown here, and it would be just a better announcement. But yeah, Creative Assembly is Creative Assembly. So what can I say? Thank you everyone for being here. It was very fun stream, I have to say. Way funner than I expected. And I bid you a very good day, very good evening, and I hope you are a bit less disappointed than I am. Yeah. Okay, and discussion stream on December 12th about the announcement. It's 2 a.m. for me. It's 2 a.m. for me. I will be fucking sleeping when the Game Awards will be. So yeah, I don't give a fuck. Okay, bye. I'm going to eat something, and then I'm going to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Fuck Total War today. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, best game of the 2025. Bye. Love you all.